Welcome, rock gnomes and stone giants, to episode 56 of Dion Rising. This right here is a Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition actual play campaign brought to you by the Knights of D20. Those are my friends. I play little games with them every week. So fun. There's no particular announcements tonight, so we just want to say Happy New Year to everybody about to celebrate that this year. Welcome into 2026. Good riddance to 2025, am I right, y'all?
Agreed.
Big time. So happy early New Year, and let's get right back to the action as we embark on an epic adventure in the world of Dion, where dangers abound, heroes rise, and legends are born. Players, dice at the ready. Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah, that was cool, Robin.
Wow.
Gusta.
Can you roll it?
No, I can't roll it. No.
You can do it once.
Oh, it's true. You can do it.
Okay. Last time we played, a heck of a lot happened. You guys went to the city of Barrock Forge in the land of Morn, a land of giants and gnomes in a strange alliance, inventing and creating beautiful works of mastercraft. You went there because you were chasing the unconscious, possibly not alive, possibly alive, unknown, body of Seraphina Blackthorn, your good friend, who was downed in the last battle with a group of Union cultists who you chased through time and space to this city to try and rescue her, the one-shoed damsel in distress. Upon arrival, you did a bit of snoopery, a bit of sneaking, managed to make your way deep into the volcanic city of Barrock, and had a sort of meeting, a sort of quasi-meeting with your Bessa Coppergleam, the gnomish sort of lead inventor, and the massive stone giant leader, Thorgun, who is sort of their de facto political leader here, although politics aren't really something that they practice here the way other peoples do. So, upon meeting with them, you sort of kind of revealed to them why you were here, what you were looking for, what you suspect about the Union cultists operating in their city in secret, which they sort of came around to admitting that they had their own suspicions that something amiss was in their volcanic city. So you sort of paired up with Bessa, who helped you locate this subterranean, like sub forge deep below the parts of the city that are still used, an old and ancient forge area that had been long untouched until, it seems, the cultists arrived and took it over as their sort of secret base of operations here. You all went rushing in as soon as Glairbell caught a whiff of her sweet leader Seraphina, and found yourself in a pretty intense battle with another group of those same cultists, along with the turncloak Amelia, the betrayer. And you can hear Seraphina sort of struggling inside a closed-off room of this old forge area. You managed to fight your way through a bunch of those cultists, and you've narrowed it down to just Amelia and you all, as well as a bunch of rescued gnomes, this sort of weird collective of gnome inventors who were kidnapped and taken into this group's sort of custody, to unwillingly help the cult with whatever nefarious plans they had here for what they were hoping for was the figurine of Dea, but turned out what they stole was the half-broken Mace of Estar instead, along with your bag of holding and all your snacks. So, Bula got big thanks to Benji's enlarge reduce spell, trying to get that bag back from Amelia. And that's where we're going to jump right back into. Amelia just got shoved off of this sort of low balcony type area by Ados at the end of his turn. So jumping right back into combat, back into our map here. Everybody can kind of reacquaint yourself. I'll do my best to remember all the different conditions on everybody that's going around, because I believe we had some different like hexes and things flying last time we played. So just remind me if I forget anything that we had accomplished last time. Otherwise, we're going to jump back into order where we left off with the end of Ados' turn and the beginning of Seraphina's, who went down to 0 hit points, but thanks to some mysterious magics, got brought back up to 1 hit point and has a little bit of resilience, added resilience to her character now. So, Seraphina, inside the room, you've got a large devil woman who's been slowly and steadily torturing you over the last 12 hours, trying to get information. A single cultist, hooded cultist, and a unconscious gnome inventor, one of the members of the collective, who's also been sort of being tortured alongside you, Tessa, who you heard go down in one of the last rounds. So, what would you like to do?
Okay, so the only spell that I have that only has like a vocal component is my Guardian of Faith. Can I cast another one if there's no concentration?
Interesting question. I don't think so, but I've never been asked that before. Let's Google it.
You can. It
Oh,
is
I'm gonna
not
make
a
another one.
concentration spell.
Yeah, it's not concentration. You
You've
can
got
have
the
more than one.
spell slots.
Yeah. Even if there was a rule, there's no rule written for it. So yeah, go for it. Cast another Guardian of Faith.
Yay! That's the only thing I'm gonna do
You're
it
just
again.
filling this room up with your little constructs. Awesome. Okay, where do you want to put it? Show me with your cursor. Like centered around
yeah.
where you're at there.
Yeah, kind of there, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, perfect.
Boom. Okay, so your other guardian, I don't remember what we said it looked like last time. Like, didn't we say like a sexy dragon with fishnets or something? I don't remember what we how
Sexy
we described it.
dominatrix.
Yes, a dominatrix dragon. I thought I remember that right. That was not just a fever dream. What does this one look like? The same, different?
It's gonna be the same, but just like a different color.
Naturally. Okay. All right. Yeah, second guardian of faith, and does that do any immediate damage as it's cast?
No, only when they end their turn.
In that area. Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
Going around to, we're gonna kind of again clump up all of the different sort of gnomes here in the room with you guys, so they're all sort of taking the same turn. So I'm gonna do the gnomes turn out with you all. Irbessa, the sort of leader of all the gnomes, looks at you all after Ado shoves Amelia off of that balcony. And she sort of says, we keeping this one alive or dead, y'all?
She's pointing at Amelia.
She's gesturing to Amelia, asking, like, do you want them to try and knock her down to 0 hit points, or?
Bula like turns around and she is literally foaming at the mouth. She's, kill her. She's been.
Alright, don't gotta tell us twice. Okay, so Irbessa and all of her gnome companions are gonna just throw like their various like flash powders, little like popping zinging devices. One of them is using that little like machine dart gun. Another one sends his little what was it, a bee, like a wasp or like a little horsefly type bug machine at her. So good amount of them are gonna hit, and she's gonna take, she just starts getting like picked at and peeled at by all these little gadgets flying at her and slashing, cutting, poking, stabbing her with little poison devices, and she takes a solid amount of damage there. And then we're gonna come around to Benji's turn. He looks at you, Maraway. Maraway, first of all, you doing all right over there?
Bright and dandy.
All right. Well, anybody? He looks around the room. Anybody need a quick upper for HP, for your health?
I mean, it wouldn't hurt for Bula to get a little boost there. She's looking a little rough.
All right, I got you, girl. And he is going to, in that case, go ahead and hit you with a. How about a cure wounds? That's a nice big chunk of HP. And we're casting that at a level 3 for you.
Ooh.
That is a touch spell.
Yeah, he's gonna hop on over there. I think he should have enough movement. Let me see. Oh, he's not quite close enough. He says, if you don't mind hopping right over that wall, I'll hit y'all. He's gonna like hold his action there until you're close enough that he can hit you with that.
Oh, I'm coming down there. That's where she is. That's where my snacks are.
He says, I thought you might. Let's see if he has any bonus actions he can use for you guys. Yeah, nothing super useful. So yeah, that'll be his turn. He's just gonna hold that action. So as soon as you're within range, he's gonna hit you with that. So just remind me if I forget on your turn next time you move.
Before we go to the next person, I forgot to roll for Glitterbell because I think she's at 0 health.
She is downed. You're right. Let's
Okay.
go ahead and do that. One of those death rolls. I believe
Oh
she
my
had.
gosh, it's a 2.
Oh, I think that's our second fail for her, if I'm not mistaken.
That is correct.
Oh boy, little Glitterbell.
Guys,
Stressed out.
everyone's danger.
Seraphina's having a bad time. Okay, Killian. Yeah, I think Seraphina in there, I feel like you can just, like, feel, like, almost like one of your beloved ropes. You can almost feel it, like, fraying, like, strand by strand by strand, holding on by just, like, a tether at this point between you and Glitterbell. This, like, invisible string between you two is slowly snapping. Killian, what would you like to do?
So Killian will kind of look around the battlefield, see that a lot of the cultists are down, and he sees a giant frothing at the mouth Bula, just kind of hunched over, ready to go after Amelia. And as he looks out on the field, he sees Glitterbell just kind of there, whimpering and just sitting there on her own. And knowing that he's responsible for Glitterbell, he's going to take his action to dash over there. So he's going to run over to Glitterbell, do a sweet baseball slide right next to her, and he's going to use bonus action to put a little bit of lay on hands into Glitterbell.
Okay. Okay, awesome. Let me know how many HP to bring her, or let Seraphina know, I guess.
I don't know how many HP she has, so I'm going to put 10 in there.
It's perfect. She has 10 HP.
Oh, look at that. So Killian will just slide in and say, "Come on, Glitterbell, wake up. Let's go. Seraphina needs you."
Glitterbell gets up and, like, she, like, wakes up growling, like, deeply. This little dog-sized dragon just gets up and so angry. So mad. And, like, if she had ears, they would be back flat, like a cat's.
And I'll end my turn by saying to Glitterbell, "Let's go find her. Find Seraphina." And that'll be Killian's turn.
You see, like, just, like, sparks sort of, like, behind her teeth as her lips are pulled back in a growl. Next up, we got the cultist in the room with Seraphina. So they're starting their turn in your damage. So where's that?
Oh,
Where's that gonna hit?
Yeah.
One of your spirit guardians.
She needs to do a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. That is a 23.
Okay, so she will take 10 damage, radiant damage.
All right, very nice. Okay. They don't really know what the heck is happening out in the room. They assume that all of their
Wait.
companions have this covered. Go ahead.
I have a question. Since there's
Mhm.
2 within 10 feet of her, would she have to go again?
I don't necessarily know that the other is within 10 feet. This is this cultist over here.
Oh,
So
okay.
I took the hit from this
Not-
one. I
not
don't
the
think
devil lady. Okay, my bad.
Right, it's not the devil's turn yet. Yep.
Okay,
right.
perfect.
Good question. Yeah, the devil will be taking 2 when it's her turn, because she is
Okay.
close enough.
Perfect.
She would not necessarily know, because you guys have not been super loud out there. They would know that you guys are there, that you're battling. They've heard some yelling, but they wouldn't know how dire things are yet. Amelia hasn't called for help, so they're just going to continue hurting you, because that's what the devil was doing, and they want information. And now they know that the rest of your party is here, so they have other people to question if you just die, so... But they're both angry. Like, I believe the devil woman had, like, shoved her spear through your thigh and taken it out and shoved it through again. And you're like, you essentially, like, have lost so much blood here on this table that you're tethered to. They both know that you should be dead. So they're both like, what fresh hell. And so he is just going to cast... He starts casting some spell. His eyes kind of go white, and he starts doing that, like, deep monk chant. and you can see him kind of like realize something has happened here to you. That's gonna be his turn, him casting that spell.
Okay.
Okay, Bula, that's you.
All right. So she is absolutely 100% gonna just jump on down. I'm doing the thing again.
Here? Like this?
I can.
You want here?
What?
I moved you. You want?
Oh.
Is that
I'm just
okay?
like, sure. I'm just right down beside the ledge. I'm as close as I can get to her on top of those little, like, I don't know, tanks? Are those tanks?
Yeah. Yeah, they're like old, some kind of like gas tank, it looks like.
Gas tanks. Okay. So first of all, I mean, she's so big that not only does she, like, get down there, but, I mean, she's touching Benji simply because there's no space for her giant body right there. But she's making space for her giant body.
Yeah, like you're basically like straddling sort of the wall, the low wall. Immediately Benji reaches over and touches your big ol' leg, your big ol' knee, and you get 38 hit points back without cure wounds.
Hot dog. She just kind of like shivers a little bit. She's like, ugh, yeah!
Yeah, you feel great.
she got a jolt. That was good. Okay. So she is down here as close as she can get to Amelia, which, I mean, I'm close enough to be in melee range, or does it not count because she's up on something?
No, you're definitely close enough to the same level. She's also prone because she doesn't go prone when you push her, does she, Ados?
Actually, I think she might. Let me double check that.
Yeah, double check. I don't remember last time.
Yeah.
I think the last one did not go prone, but
When you do so, strength saving throw. Nah, it just moves in.
okay, yeah. So she's not prone. So she's upright. She managed to keep her legs as she went over that wall. She basically just like skidded back over it.
Okay. So, what we are going to do is Bula is going to reckless attack. Well, I have to make a roll first. Made a roll. Okay, reckless attack. So that one is going to be a 27 to hit.
That'll hit.
Okay. So let's slice a lady. 11 points of damage on the first one. And then
She looks bad. She did not have a ton of hit points in the first place.
that's right, because she's just a little ninny that stole my snacks.
Mhm.
So on the second one, I'm going to forego my advantage so that I can brutal strike. So that's going to be a 22 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
That hits. So first, that's going to be. Oh, I forgot my 1d4 of my other damage. from
Don't
being
forget.
large
Don't forget
girl.
that.
Okay, that was an extra 1 on my last one.
Oh, she is so close to dead.
So this right here is 8 points of damage, and then
That takes her out.
I had so many more things to roll.
You're just like wailing on her as she got knocked over.
So as soon as she like even looks partially dead, Bula is going to just grab the bag, open it, and like stick her head in, or her eyeball, whatever. I don't remember how big the bag is. Make sure that number one, the mace is still in there. Is it in there?
Roll a investigation check. You see like all the
I'm
shelves.
not very good at that.
This pantry bag. And she has not eaten as many of your snacks. I think you immediately see a bunch of snacks first things first.
That's a
Okay.
priority number one.
Well, that's
Yeah.
only. I'm not good at investigation. That was a 10.
It's not a super high DC. Yeah, that 10 is enough. It was not a super high DC. You are momentarily distracted, making sure, like, counting up all the chicken legs that you know you had in there.
Mhm.
You're relieved to see that only, like, 2 were eaten in the meantime. And then you see, like, the glinting head of the mace in there. So
Okay.
it appears to still be intact and in the bag.
So making sure that it's intact and in the bag. then she's immediately going to grab a couple chicken legs because she is very large right now. So they're like mini legs, or like chicken wing size.
Yeah.
And she's just going to pop a couple in her mouth.
Just crunching them, bone and all.
Yeah.
Crunching them,
I
bone
mean,
and
big
all.
girl, big metabolism. She's hungry.
Listen, I've been separated from my snacks and it's not okay. You guys wouldn't let me eat on the way in. So she's crunching them and then she just screams in Amelia's dead face with bone bitlets and chicken bitlets just flying.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Amelia is. What did you use? Your axe, your great axe to kill her?
Mhm.
Yeah, she is like sliced to bits. Like you guys can see some like organs. She has been decimated by angry giant Bula, who is swinging her great axe now like it's a hand axe because she's big.
If you steal my snacks, I will make you look like a chicken cutlet.
Yeah, and that she does.
Okay,
Okay.
so then-
Anything else you want to do?
I have a little bit of movement left.
Sure, you can use it.
That one's dead. They're
And
not. So we've killed all the cultists out here.
You've
Then
killed
right?
everybody out in this
Yeah.
room. Yeah. So with Amelia fallen, you've killed everybody out here. I think your last thing you heard was Seraphina like screaming that she's looking for her shoe
Okay.
from inside that room.
So she is just gonna move. I guess. Can I go over the barrels, or do I have to go around them?
Yeah, you can go over them. They're not
Go
stacks
over
to
'em?
dry. Yeah.
So she's gonna. Well, now I can't.
I'm sorry.
Heavens.
Here,
Closer to the door.
closer, here, like this.
Yeah.
Stomping on dead colts.
She's getting close to. She's getting over to the door to make sure that nothing else like bars their way, so they can.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else for you?
I don't believe so.
Okay, Marway, you're up.
Okay, I have a weird question.
I'm
What
ready.
kind of door handle is on this door? Do you think, specifically, do you think a cat could open it if they were flying?
Okay, so my instinct before you asked the second part of the question was to say it's like a very old school, like it's almost like a ring on a lever, and when you pull the ring up, the lever unlatches. I think is what it is. So, can a cat pull it up? I think it'll be like a strength check for a flying cat to grab and pull that metal ring. It's like pretty rusted because this is an old room.
Okay, well, we're gonna have Eden fly over to open this door.
Okay, I'm gonna
and
say
we're
it's like a
gonna roll this
DC.
strength check.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it's like a DC 10 strength check.
Okay, so I got an 8, but I still have my burst of ingenuity to give a +2.
That'll do it if
But
you
it's
do.
at the 10 to open this obnoxiously
Okay.
heavy doorknob.
Yeah, Bula goes walking over at the same time that Eden flies over, and with her little cat mouth, her little wings flapping as hard as they can, slowly drags up. You guys hear like as the door unlatches, and it is feasibly open, essentially.
Excellent. So if we can see into there, then we're gonna have Huthamer fly in, and we're gonna teleport Seraphina out.
Woo! Okay.
So I do also need the Devil Demon. I also, much like JP, don't remember the difference off the top of my head ever. I need her to make a dexterity saving throw as well.
Okay. The devil will make a dex save.
10, 15 would be about right here.
That is a 14.
Perfect. That means you're taking some lightning damage. I actually don't have my damage ready because no one ever fails that save.
She rolled abysmally.
Everyone passes. It's going to be an astounding 6 lightning damage.
Okay, yeah.
And we got Seraphina out. And I still have my action. So I am going to cast Cure Wounds through Eden onto Seraphina.
Ooh, girl.
Because your girl needs it.
Yeah, well needed.
Oh, I didn't roll super good. I'm sorry. Hold on. I have to find my D4 also for my moon stick. The first one was an 8, but after that it went really downhill. So it's only going to be 18 healing.
Yay, that's good enough.
We did something.
Good enough.
We had an
and
8, a
one.
2, and a 3,
It's better than 1.
and a 1. Oh,
Yeah,
hold
Sarah-
on. Actually, I have the healer feat, which means the one that I rolled, I get to re-roll.
Ooh.
Good. Nice. Nice,
I
yeah.
just realized I had that. Oh,
We
okay.
love a healer
Make it a 19. I got a 2 instead of a
Ooh.
1. I was looking through my character sheet yesterday, and I was like, oh my god, I already have that feat. I've never used it.
Okay.
Um,
I'm gonna
and
interrupt
then
you
we're
real
just
quick.
gonna have... Oh, go ahead.
So as Eden teleports Seraphina out, that door got unlatched. Lula, you would have been the first one to really lay eyes in there, but I don't know how much you're perceiving what you're seeing. As the door opens and immediately Huthamer flies in, lands on Seraphina, and pops them both out into the room with a big bolt of lightning. So like Bula, your eyes are even a little bit blinded in that, like almost, this is within 7 seconds at the most that all this happened. So I don't know that you were able to lay eyes on Sarah, but as she is teleported out to the room with you all, and you all sort of watch this lightning burst and see her appear. One-shoed, torn gown being held up. I think Seraphina's having to like physically hold her gown on. You see your friend. Long blonde hair, dark roots showing. Her skin would be ghostly pale. She's got a lot of blood on her dress. Lots of open wounds that have not been healed yet. But if you could see her skin, it would be quite pale from that loss of blood. Instead, what you're seeing, it almost like you have to like rub your eyes. You wonder if you're seeing things. It almost is like the texture of like a fuzzy screen at first, and then you realize it's so pale, so white, almost different colors shimmering from her. And it's like a scaly texture. It looks a lot like Glitterbell's skin. Only a little bit smaller in scale. Ha, scale, literally. Ha.
That was good.
Ha, but it's almost this like iridescent, like starry, glittery, scaly texture that has taken over Seraphina's visible skin. You can see on her shoulders as she tries to like pull her dress onto herself. And Seraphina, I think you as well. You've been face down, tied to this table for you don't know how many hours. And I don't know if you necessarily look down at the wreckage of your dress. I feel Seraphina would. You would also recognize on your chest and then on your hands that you're seeing for the first time in many hours. This is not my skin. Your nails look great. Your nails are like long stiletto, beautiful. Almost like they're painted. But they're not. You flip your hands over and recognize you are quite scaly. You could use some lotion, probably.
Is that what happens when you don't moisturize every 30 minutes?
Go without the beauty routine for one day.
One day without the yurt.
So
and this is
adamant.
what happens.
Oh my! So I think upon seeing this, Seraphina's gonna scream and just faint from shock from seeing herself.
I just gave all that healing, and Seraphina's like, I'm just gonna take the unconscious condition.
Oh my god, yeah. Eidos, I think in the moment that Seraphina sees her hands and her eyes go wide, I think you're close enough, and Bula, you're probably close enough that you turned around as soon as she appeared there, and you both can see as her eyes go wide, as she looks at her own hands in the minute before she faints, you see slitted pupils in her eyes, akin to her little pseudo-dragons. Just before
Marley,
she
did
swings.
Huthamer grab the right person? Are we sure that's Seraphina? I don't remember her eyes looking like that.
I don't know. Maybe it's just the face. I mean, she did lay an egg a couple weeks ago. A month ago? I don't know. What is time?
She did lay an egg.
She laid an egg, has a
Should we really be
tongue, now she has
surprised?
scales.
I don't know. Seems kind of odd.
To end my turn, though, we are going to have Siege move up here, just to get into a better position to assist with the rest of this fight, and Maraway will move up a little bit as well.
Okay. Okay, yeah. Seraphina, you swoon a bit. Marway, you can go on with your turn now that you've seen all this. React
That's
how you
it.
will. That's it. Okay. Wonderful. Let me find my encounter. Okay.
I mean, Maraway literally watched this human lay Glitterbell as an egg. So at this point, I mean, maybe this is just what human women do after giving birth. I don't know. A lot of this is really confusing and it doesn't make sense, but most of this material plane is really confusing and doesn't make sense. So I think Maraway's just learned to roll with the punches at this point.
Yeah, I think the bear father of the Feywild, like, he has like 800 children, and some of them are badgers, and some are bears, and some are like a log with a bunch of moss on it. Like, you know, genetics are kind of wonky there. So you're like, maybe with humans, the genetics work backward. Like the parents take over the baby's genetics after the baby is born.
I mean, yeah, my mother's not a satyr, so I mean, it
Right.
totally makes sense to me that, like, I don't know what
Seraphina just
motherhood is. I don't know how this works.
Seraphina likes to match. So that makes sense.
Yeah,
Postpartum scales.
it's fashion. Postpartum scales.
Okay. Yeah, next up is gonna be the devil as she reacts to Seraphina suddenly being whisked away. You hear this, like, horrible, like, screech come from inside the room as her prey gets whisked away into the other room. That door gets opened. She comes face to face with Big Bula.
I like to imagine Bula just standing there, like, arms crossed, axe on
Yeah,
the
like,
ground, just...
Literally can't see past her, past the doorway. Like, this woman can't see out into the room. She just sees a door full of Big Bula. And that's all.
With
So
chicken
she can
bones
see.
sticking out.
Yeah, with, like, chicken breath, because she just ate a handful of chicken like it's popcorn.
Oh, because she started her turn within 10 feet of my
She did?
guardians. Yay.
Of both of them, so we're gonna roll damage for each. Go for it.
Yay.
Man, you could just run around with an army of spirit guardians? That's crazy. You found a loophole, baby.
So she's gonna take a dexterity saving throw. 2 dexterity saving throws.
Okay. First one's a 21. Second
Okay.
one is a 13.
Okay, so for one of them, she's gonna take 10, and the other one's gonna take 20 for 30
Awesome.
total.
Cool. Very nice. And it looks like it hurts. 'Cause that's what, a radiant damage?
Yeah, radiant damage. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, that looks painful for her. Okay. Yeah, but she's gonna take her turn. She sees this door open. She sees door full of giant orc woman. She's not forking around. She comes at you with her searing fork for a multi-attack. Bula. First one is a 20 to hit ya.
Okay, so first of all, you do have advantage against me because I reckless attacked.
You right. So that first roll was a dirty 20. The second roll is a dirty 25 for the first attack. So
I mean,
it's
they
either
both
way.
hit, so
I would assume as much, yeah. Lucky for you, that's only 9 piercing damage plus 15 fire damage.
Okay, so the piercing can be halved. So is that 4 or 5?
4.
Okay, so 4, and then you said 15 for the fire.
Mm-hmm. Is the second attack also with disadvantage?
Do what?
Second attack is also with advantage, right, for her?
I think so. I think you just
All
have
of ours.
advantage until
Well, bad news
the
is
start of
that
my
one
turn.
was a nat 20 for a 30.
Yum. Even
So
with
we're doing that.
and remembering that Bula is standing there, she also has just colored lights dancing around her that are following her around. It doesn't affect, I mean, obviously she's still gonna get hit by that, but
But you look cute. Got little fireflies. Okay, so that one is going to be 31 piercing damage, so halved would be 15,
Good gravy. 15.
plus another 13 fire.
Jeez Louise.
There goes all that healing you got. Thank goodness you did it.
No kidding.
Okay, but that's it with her multi-attack. And she's gonna... Yeah, she can't really move past you. She should have tried to shove you, but she'll do that next time. She's just trying to take you down. Okay, Ados, that's you. You hear
All
Seraphina, or you hear Bula. You can't quite see Bula getting attacked. You can see Bula, but the woman's in the room stabbing her with a flaming fork. You just hear Bula take a couple hits, and you see your friend Seraphina, newly scaled.
Newly scaled. Alright. Going to move past. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Lost forever.
Oh, here.
I'm underneath Urbessa.
Oh, here, I got you.
Awkward. Alright,
She's so small. How did you get under her? Just pick her up and put her on your head.
oh no, what have I done? I'm gonna leap over Seraphina and I'll crouch down and shoot a Witch Bolt 5th level, excuse me, between Bula's legs at the devil. Is she that big?
I'll
Just aim real careful.
allow it
Trust
with
me.
disadvantage because Bula is basically like cover, essentially, for her. But I
Okay.
will allow you to try. So
Okay.
roll with disadvantage to hit.
And I get advantage on that, so just cancel these.
Oh, so it evens out. Yep.
Okay.
You hit me in the butt, and I'm gonna change my target real quick.
Don't move. Dirty, nasty, filthy 20.
All right. It's a good thing Bula's natural eating stance is legs wide for a solid base.
Yeah. I keep
Very
grounded.
sturdy.
She goes into a full wide squat when she eats. Yeah, that'll hit for sure.
Okay. That's 12. That's nice. 13. That's not nice. 19, 23, 32, and then 1. All right. 37 points of lightning damage.
Nice.
Okay. And that's a sustained arc. That's my action. And I believe that's it.
Okay, so you've got Witch Bolt sustained.
Yep.
Seraphina, you
my
temporarily
gosh.
swoon at the sight of you.
Seraphina kind of like comes to, and she just spends her turn freaking out, trying to rip the scales off of her, and assessing the damage to her dress. She's out of sorts completely. She's no help.
that I think checks out. That's a good character move. That's good roleplay right there. Okay. The gnome inventors are gonna go. I think they're going to fall back and try and like regroup, and you see them all group up and huddle up together, so you can't really see what they're working on, but you hear lots of tinkering. You see like hammers go flying across the room as they all start pulling little gadgets and things out of their backpack. They seem to be working on something together. Tessa's passed out. Well, there we go. Okay. Benji's turn. Does he have enough spell slots to try and heal anybody? Bula's looking the worst of all of you, right? At this point? Once again?
Yeah, I'm good.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably. It's not as bad as it was, but it's heading that direction.
Yeah, I think he's gonna look between Seraphina and Bula and be like, I don't know whether I should heal her. I don't want to judge. He's like, I don't want to judge what you have going on, girl. Do you need a hit of some good feelings, or Bula? You both look pretty rough.
I mean, I feel like she's been tortured, so
Seraphina's
Yeah,
gonna
that's a solid.
stick out her hands, be like, fix it.
Okay, he's gonna kind of step onto Amelia's body, I suppose. He's like, oh, this feels wrong. I don't like this. I'm trying to see if he has anything that he might try and use to actually do more than a cure wounds, but I don't think he has much prepared for something like this. Yeah, he's just gonna cure wounds, yeah, for a second level. You get back 23 hit points.
Okay. Does that change Seraphina's spirit?
Unfortunately, I mean, your scales, like it like stitches up some more of your wounds, but where you would normally see like scar tissue and bruises, your scales just kind of grow in a little bit, like almost like thicker and tougher in that area.
Oh no, there's a scale callus.
Yeah. Yeah, you look even more scaly somehow. Okay. Okay, you're having a bad day. Okay, back around to Killian.
Alright. Killian can't see what's going on over there. All he knows is there's scuffle.
Yeah.
So, Killian... So, these, little gnomes are just gathered up all together?
Yeah. From where you are, I think you can see that they're like, it's almost like in Animal Crossing, like when you're working on something, a cloud of dust that's just formed around them.
Gotcha.
And like one of them will scurry off and grab like a little like broken piece of tool from in this room, and they all seem to be like working on something together.
Gotcha.
But that'll help you if you need them with something.
Well, Killian's, going to kind of rush a little bit into the fray here. He's gonna just get a little bit ahead of Siege, and I don't know if he can see Seraphina just kind of nestled in the corner over there. But he can probably see this big devil here that's doing battle with Bula.
Yeah. I'm gonna say kind of the same rules apply. She's got like a little bit of cover, but yeah, you can see her
All right.
between Bula and the door.
And at the sight of a devil, Killian's going to be immediately draws his focus to that devil, and he's going to use guiding bolt from his divine eye. I don't know if that's at disadvantage or anything because Bula's in the way there.
It will be, yeah.
All right.
Bula's not in the way. She was busy.
So that's going to be a 17 with disadvantage.
Does not hit.
Oh, okay. It's Bula in the butt.
Did you singe my britches?
No, my eyes were just drawn to your muscular butt.
For once, it's not your cleavage.
She like looks over her shoulder and just like clenches her butt cheeks real hard.
Doesn't hurt. It's like a light smack.
It's a very Shrek coded moment in my head.
But that'll be Killian's turn.
Okay. The cultist inside, you hear some movement, and
Yay. Do they start their turn?
they do, and they have to kind of get past your spirit guardian. Yeah, so they're gonna be in range of one of them.
Okay, so it's gonna be a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. That's a 19.
Okay, so they are going to take 10 damage, and then this one,
Further on.
Oh, this one was the first one, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was yeah.
Okay, and they got a 19.
Yes.
Okay, they'll take 10 damage.
Okay, cool. Alright, they're starting to look a little bit rough. These guys are hard to take down, but you're chipping away at them. Okay, they are going to take a shot at Bula with something. Hard to do, and that's also going to be kind of with disadvantage, because you kind of have cover behind the giant devil in the doorway. But
But
still...
it's advantage, so it's just regular.
Yes, thank you. They're gonna try and hit you ranged, I think. Ooh, that was a 2 on the die for an 11.
No.
Alright, so you do not take that radiant ray. Okay. Bula, that's your turn.
All right. So she's still right in my face, right?
Oh yeah.
It's big.
Door's open, it's you two in a doorway.
Okay. Let's see. I think. Okay. All right. Okay. She is going to. Yep, we're gonna do it. So what she's gonna do is she's gonna bring her axe down over her head this way. So 21 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. And at the same time, almost. Oh, and my 1d4. So that is 23 points of damage from that one. And then, so what she does is she brings it down. And then, because she's big, and so she can really swing that with one hand, then she's going to grab her hand axe. Yeah. She's going to grab her hand axe and bring it around through the side and kind of come across here. Trying to spill the guts, if you will.
Mhm.
Oof, maybe not. $15 to hit.
Does not hit.
Okay. So she like sucks in her gut just enough.
Yeah.
I got her shirt. I don't know. She's not wearing a shirt in this picture.
Oh no, yeah, she's naked as the day she was spawned.
She's naked. Yeah, I guess she just sucks in her gut and I miss it. Okay.
Instead of
So-
radiant cleavage, it's like necrotic cleavage for sure that you're looking at.
Necrotic cleavage, gross. So that being said, Bula is gonna move. I'm moving everybody again. I've got to figure out how to fix that. Nope. Okay. She's gonna move to the side of the door because she's already had her butt magically smacked, and so she makes her attacks and then kind of rolls sideways,
Sure, yeah. Giving other people a chance to hit.
and then she just kind of points at the door. She goes, "There."
Okay, Marwa, you're up.
All right. So, we're gonna runneth up with Siege and Eden, and we're both gonna make attacks. Siege will be doing it with advantage because of pack tactics. I had a 22 on Eden, and does a 19 hit?
It does.
I don't remember what Siege's modifier is. But he rolled
A 19 is
so I
good.
was hoping it would count. So Siege is going to be doing 11 slashing. And Eden is going to be doing her obnoxious amount of damage.
She's so cute
That's
and
gonna
so
be-
lovely.
I know, 2 slashing. And 7 radiant.
Okay. Also, Siege and Eden, they're the two right here next to me, right in the doorway. If
Yeah.
they stay there, they're within those bright lights that are just emanating around me. They feel like their AC is +1.
They will not be staying there, my dear.
But also, Killian, you're within 10 feet of me as well. So you just
Here, I think it's a little loop.
you just feel like maybe your AC is a +1.
Well, you feel like you're in my aura, so take that.
Friends help
we're gonna
friends.
Yeah. Kuthamer fly up, and of course we're gonna have both of these two make the dexterity saving throw and hope that at least one will fail.
Okay, let's find out. Devil got a 12 that time. Cultist, a 21. Backwards, but it'll do.
So the devil will take 9 lightning, and the cultist will take half.
4. Cool.
And then we're gonna teleport these 3 15 feet back. Because I'm not here for attack of opportunity.
Very wise.
And I think Morroway's just gonna kind of scooch on up closer to Bula. And that's it.
Okay. Okay, beautiful. Bop, bop, bop. The devil's turn. She, having Bula move aside, she sort of scans, she steps through the door and scans the area.
Oh, does she
scans the
start her
room.
turn?
She did start
I
her
heard-
turn within 2 of them.
She needs to make 2 dexterity saving throws.
We love to see it.
So they are like a little different, and this is kind of to the point where it matters. So let me know which one's which.
Okay, the first one was 17. The second one was 8.
Let me
And
see.
so the first one will be the top one. That was the 17. This one was 8.
Okay, so she will take 10 plus 20 damage, and then the first one, this one, is gonna fade away.
So she takes 30 damage.
Yeah.
That'll do it because she had
Yikes.
29 hit points.
Mhm.
Seraphina, I think in your like freaking out about your scales, you're like pulling at them and like scratching at yourself, and you're like, why won't they come off? And I think you just like have like essentially a tantrum, like, and your 2 spirit guardians just like lash out at this devil in your anger. And she from behind is just slashed by these spectral dragons that you created in your panic.
Mhm.
And
Can I
she
just say,
goes down.
Seraphina, welcome to the sit back and do nothing while all of your summons do everything for you club. It's
Mhm,
great.
mhm. It's a great club to be in.
Very effective.
Yeah, and her body, like, she gets hit by these 2 pieces of radiant energy, and her body, like, essentially catches fire, and instead of, like, falling like a dead body like you would expect, she sort of, like, just singes away into ash and disappears from the room. Anybody who
she
knows
just
devils
get-
would know that you get shunted back to the hells if you die as a devil in another plane.
Did she just get burnt up by a dragon and fishnets? Boo's just like kind of looking around the corner like, what the
Yeah, you see the
hell?
second dragon, like, hitting a riding crop and just, like, looking smug.
Her eyes just get big and she just goes back out of the corner of the room. Ugh.
Okay, and you said the first one, like, the top
The
one,
first
on you,
one
like,
disappears,
dissipates,
yeah.
right? Well, you have, like, no more... Yeah, the enemies are now gone, but yeah. Oh, no, you still have a cultist in the room. I see.
Hate to be that guy.
Hate to be that guy. He's gonna have a bad time, I think.
Oh no, I'm sorry. Both of them disappear.
They both do. Okay, cool.
Sorry, my bad. Yeah. No,
All good,
they
all
both
good.
disappeared at the same time. Yeah.
Okay, beautiful. What a turn. Okay, Ados. There's one cultist left that you can see behind. I'll just move this body away from us. Why can't I select?
Well, that does change things. I'll step forward. I will step forward. And
Oh.
over this guy. Oh. Somebody say something. Alright. And I'm going to quicken spell a 4th level chromatic orb straight to the dome. That's either a 13 or a 12.
Neither hit.
Can I use Seeking if I've used another meta magic? Let's see. Yes.
Yeah, it'll usually say it at the bottom.
Yeah, I was reading the wrong one because I went to public school. All right, so I'm gonna do that and give it another shot.
Go for it.
I rolled a 4, and then I rolled a 3, and then I rolled a 2.
Nice.
Yeah,
Way to
one
go.
more to go, and then I will have.
Wow.
Yeah, you should probably quit before you hit that one.
I'm out of stuff to do. I'm just glad I didn't do a cool quip before I did that.
That would have been embarrassing.
But I can still at least get off a lightning blast. Because I did a quicken spell.
Sure.
Oh shit. Oh my god. A 1.
Nice.
You should have stopped before you got the one.
I got them all, guys. I got them all. Thank you. Thank you. God, I can't
It's
do
like
it
your
without you.
collected the whole set.
You know what? I win. All right.
I think like instead of a lightning bolt, like you just like static shock yourself.
Shit. Okay. That was like, I think that was 15 movement. So Eidos runs in, does a little static shock. It's like, oh god, that stings. And he's going to, like, kind of embarrassed, walk right back out.
That's rough, buddy.
And that, it's my turn.
Hard to watch.
Yeah.
Oh, champ.
That's a champ move. Right?
Seraphina Eidos just comes out, tail tucked between his legs, metaphorically, and stands next to you.
Head hanging.
Head hanging. What are you gonna do, Sarah?
Seraphina, I think, is feeling a little better, seeing that the devil disappeared. Got
Yeah.
Oops. What am I doing? Yeah, so she's feeling. Oh no, I got under Eidos. I can't move. Oh, there you go. Okay. She's gonna move towards the last cultist, and yeah, just feeling a little better. She's gonna do an Eldritch Blast just to finish things off.
I don't think Seraphina would have like a vengeance on her mind, but a grudge for sure.
Yeah, she's just done with this. The first one is 14 to hit.
That's a miss.
Oh my gosh, that's so embarrassing.
I have a decent AC.
Is it?
I think you also accidentally static shock yourself.
Oh my gosh. The second one's 25. Oops, what do I keep doing?
25 hits.
25 to hit?
Uh-huh.
I'm sorry, I can't. Stop.
I just hear endless dice going on.
I need a minute.
You've dropped your metaphorical dice box.
I'm still collecting myself. Okay, now I'm going to roll damage.
So I counted 1 hit.
Which is 9, yes.
Okay, 9 damage.
Yes.
Seraphina is having a bad day.
Maybe it's canon that as soon as we walk in, we see that he's actually just really hot and kind of get embarrassed.
Yeah, for sure. You're finally
Oh,
seeing
no.
under the hood. He's handsome Squidward.
She's feeling really self-conscious too, because now she's all scaly. She doesn't know how to process this.
You're used to being like the hottest girl in the room, and you're very much not right now. Unless, like, you're into that.
She's not sure.
Okay, anything else from Sarah?
That's it. She just,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Trying her best.
Oh, geez. Okay, the gnomes are all going to keep working on their little project. You see this, like, I don't know, there's this, like, weird frame that they're putting together and inserting different parts and fuels into. Preparing for if it's needed. Benji is going to go ahead and He's getting low on spell slots, y'all. He's gonna save his last second level. He's gonna give a first level Cure Wounds to Bula, who still looks pretty rough, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So he hits you with 13 HP.
Thank you.
And then
She
we're
just kind of
back.
feels a little fuzzy, and she looks at me. Is this why Marway likes you so much?
He's like, if I wanted you to like me like that, you'd know it, girl.
She's confused. Okay.
Killian, your turn.
All right. Killian will head into the room that Seraphina just went into. He'll be able to get around, and he will strike at this cultist here. So the first attack with his scimitar, which is still pumping up that divine magic there. 15 plus 12. 27.
The hit?
Alright, and that's going to do 8 radiant damage. Bonus action attack with the scimitar, but I also get Vex from my... 15 plus 8, 23 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, and that's going to do a d6. Okay, so that's going to be 5 slashing plus 2 poison damage. And he's going to attack again with his main hand saber. That's going to be 6 plus 12 for 18 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Alright, and I will use... I'm gonna go 3rd level Divine Smite on this one. So it's gonna do so 10 radiant damage plus 10 plus 18, 26, 27 radiant damage.
27 total. Radiant?
Yeah, so 10 with the slash, and then
Yeah, I got that.
what did I say? 27?
Yeah.
Or yeah, so 27 total. 27 total. There you go.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, knocked him way down on HP.
All right.
I'm pretty bloodied.
Yeah, and he'll just double take, look over to Seraphina. What?
Yeah, I think you both look at each other like you don't know each other in this moment, because Seraphina looks like she looks, and you've never seen Killian with this kind of like bloodlust, this rage that he just went at this cultist with.
Just like seething with like 2 blades in my hand. Look over. What? Who are you?
From far away, it just looked like a really cool phone filter.
Yeah, and that's Killian's turn.
Okay, crazy turn. It is the cultist's turn again. And they're not one of the ones who tried that mass suggestion, unfortunately for all of you. So they've got that left today. So I'm gonna need everybody within 60 feet. Let's check that out. That's the whole gang.
Rude.
Everybody, so you're gonna have to give me a moment too, because I'm gonna be rolling for all of our gnome friends and Benji and Glitterbell. Everybody go ahead and roll a wisdom save. Keep in mind what you got. I'll ask you to tell me when you tell me.
Oh, I can do glitter bells.
Okay, go for it, please.
Killian is immune.
Glitter bells is 3. God.
Glitterbell is 3.
Seraphina's 22.
Okay. Alright, Eidos, what was yours?
12.
Killian?
Killian's immune to charm.
That's right. Maraway?
Marway got a 18. I think Eden will also be safe. She's like over 20 right now, but Huthamer and Siege both got 1s, so I'm double checking to see if either of them are safe. Huthamer's immune. So Siege is the only one that's going to be following this.
Bula?
So Bula rolled a big old nasty nat 1, but I used a luck point to re-roll and got a 17.
Good, okay. Okay, let me roll for all our friends.
She doesn't want to go sit in any more creeks. She's done with it. Not again.
Gnomes are not rolling well. There's a good one. Ugh. I need to throw this dice out the window.
No, you don't.
Well, these are for all your gnome friends, and they're not looking good. Okay. Literally only Nibble succeeded out of all the gnomes.
Oh gosh.
Way to go, Nibble.
Yeah.
That's my Nibble.
Ados, Glitterbell, Siege failed. Who else am I missing? Benji. Let me roll Benji's. Oh, that's a nat 1 for poor Benji. Okay.
Yep.
Everybody who failed, so 4 of the collective plus your Bessa plus Benji plus Siege plus Glitterbell plus Ados. I think that's everybody. You can all hear in that deep monk chant voice. What does he want y'all to do? He'd really like you all to attack each other, but I don't think that is allowed. Trying to read. Until each target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or have the charmed condition for the duration, or until you or your allies deal damage to the target. Each charmed target pursues the suggestion to the best of its abilities. The suggested activity can continue for the entire duration, but if the activity can be completed in a shorter time, the spell ends for a target upon completing it. It doesn't say they can't do damage to other people. Does anybody else have any other interpretation of that? Want to argue that?
That they can't hurt other people?
Oh, wait, it says the suggestion must sound achievable and not involve anything that would obviously deal damage to any of the targets or their allies. Okay, so they cannot do damage to you. Lucky y'all. So what he will chant at you all to do instead is to, head up to the balcony and lay down. So on your turn, to the best of your ability, you must head up to the balcony, lay down, and stay there.
I have a quick question.
Yes.
I just realized that Glitterbell has magic resistance. A pseudo dragon has advantage on saving throws against spells and other magical effects. Is that?
Yeah, go ahead and roll again for her, see if it helps.
Yay!
And also, technically you wouldn't have to stay there. Once you lay down, you have completed the suggestion.
That's true, he did just say lay down. But he does
Okay.
just want to get a lot of you out of the way.
Glitterbell got a 6, so I guess she's going upstairs.
Yeah, when it's her turn, or your turn, Sarah, then Glitterbell will go ahead and move on up to this balcony area. Okay. That's their turn. I wonder, they can't really get past you guys without taking a whole lot of attacks of opportunity, so they're gonna stay put. They just want to get out of their room. They're kind of cornered. Bula, that's you.
All right, so she's gonna squeeze her giant body through this door. Nope.
Like this?
Yep. Okay. Yes.
There you go.
Like that.
Is that what you want?
Yes. And she's gonna kind of shove her way in between Seraphina and Killian, just like kind of shove them out of the way. And she's gonna come at this thing with. We're just gonna go the old handy great axe. Oof. Is a 19 hit?
A 19? Yes.
Hot dog. Oh, come on. 11 points of damage.
Very nice. Looking bad.
So
Bad,
she's
bad,
gonna
bad.
she's gonna go with it one way, kind of twirl it, because it's lighter now. So she's gonna do some like fancy twirl and then go back the other way.
Okay.
So 23 to hit.
That hits. I'm glad you said it was fancy, because I'm sure if you hadn't, it would not have hit.
Obviously, I'll be.
Clearly.
Seraphina ducks out of the way because she's like,
Yeah.
right in between.
Killian is just, "Oh."
Yeah, you better, because she's not really paying attention to y'all. Other than move, I'm gonna hit this thing. So that's gonna be 12 points of damage.
Ooh. Standing on death's door.
And I think that is gonna be about it.
Okay. Nice.
Other than just screaming, just cause she can.
I'm trying to figure out, like, space here. I'm trying to figure out if I need to suggest that you take a step back. You can take a step back to get out of people's way so more people can fit into the room.
Okay.
But you might take an opportunity attack, so that's up to you, really. And really, if you do essentially that without moving everybody else, I'll move you. You shouldn't take an opportunity attack, so you should be good there.
Okay, that's fine.
That way it gives people time, space to move in, like, behind Seraphina. Okay, Marway.
All right. So, first thing, we're gonna have Huthamer come over. We're gonna make a lovely little electric attack. Does a 19 hit?
Yeah.
It's gonna be 9 lightning.
That'll do it. That's all it takes.
Nice.
You see the cultist gets struck down by this lightning like many have before him. Okay. Anything else, like, as far as healing or anything? So we're about out of combat at the end of your turn. But I'll let you finish up if you have anything.
I think I'm done, but I do want to point out that Mass Suggestion only works on 12 people, and 13 people made the saving throw.
Oh, fascinating. Okay, how do I differentiate who doesn't take it? Let's see.
I guess
you drop, like,
whoever's
the highest one.
closest.
Yeah, I was thinking
Yeah.
I
probably
feel like
Glitterbell
Glitterbell
would
was
be the
the
furthest
farthest
away.
away.
Yeah, that's my instinct, is that it'd be the person who's the furthest or the person with the lowest HP if there's more than one person equally distant away. So I'm going to say it's Glitterbell who didn't have to, so let's say Glitterbell does not have to go lay down. Everybody else, essentially, so you killed this guy, we know the suggestion continues, so everybody who did fail is going to move up there and lay down and then immediately feel that the spell lifts because you've accomplished the task. And Marway figured that one out for you all and said, oh, hey, you don't have to do that technically because of the laws of the rules. Okay, anything else for your turn, Ma?
No, that's it.
Okay.
I guess, Siege will go up to the thing and lay down.
yeah. Benji will do. Everybody goes up there,
My-
lays down,
okay.
and says, oh. Why
My
did I do that?
brain thought this was a much more dire Mass Suggestion. I was thinking, like, the top of the, like, structure not this balcony. I was like, oh my gosh, they're about to be roaming these halls. But this does count as a balcony, so I was like, this is terrifying. If we're
That
about
is
to
what
be
I should have done.
forcibly having these people roam halls.
Try and find the top.
That's
of the
why
mountain
I was
and
over
get
here
it.
like trying to rules lawyer. I was like, there has to be a way out of this because these people cannot be walking these halls right now.
That's very funny. See, I'm really bad at coming up with math suggestions that are really painful. I'm gonna have to get better at that. Okay. Yeah, you guys are out of combat initiative. At that, let's take a very quick 15-minute break. So we will be back at about, gosh, time 9:40ish, 9:35ish, 40, 9:40. Let's say 9:40.
I'm
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna round it. Yeah. Let's say 9:40 Eastern time, 8:40 Central time. So swing on back. We're gonna continue right where we're leaving off here. So don't miss it. It's gonna get crazy. Stick around. Welcome back, dudes, dudettes, and dudes in between. So where we left off. The gang had just managed to take down Amelia, this massive devil woman, and one last cultist in this old sub-forge of the city of Barrock. So, you've recovered your good friend Seraphina, which is what you came here to do. Seraphina still only has one shoe, and on top of that is now scaled with dragon-like eyeballs. What a mystery. What a weird thing to have happen to her. So, in the aftermath of this fight, as the last cultist goes down, what would you all like to do? The gnomes, you can hear them just tinkering. A couple of them had to walk away and lay down on the balcony, and then we're like, oh, that spell is over now, and then walked back and kept tinkering.
Yeah.
But some of you were in that small room, some of you are out in like the room where Benj and Glitterbell are. Glitterbell is just gonna immediately like go and tackle Seraphina, essentially.
Okay. Killian's gonna look over to Seraphina and just sheath his two weapons away, and Seraphina are just kind of a little bit caught off guard with the scales and stuff like that exposed. Are you okay? And as he does that, he sees that her like dress is torn a little bit, that she's kind of holding it up herself. So he'll like kind of grab the two ends of it, and almost unconsciously, a little bit of magic comes from his eye and just infuses into his hand, and he uses mending. And he just like lets go, and Killian's a little bit shocked that repaired or mended the dress itself, but he's still very focused on Seraphina. Are you okay?
I don't know. She starts crying. She doesn't know how to process any of this, and I don't think she knows that her eyes look like dragon eyes. She just sees her scales.
Killian is not going to be the one to say that to her.
Thank you. And she's like cuddling Glitterbell.
You feel like your scales and her scales like get caught on each other sometimes.
She can't tell the difference.
But she is like, she kind of likes it. Like, she doesn't feel like she's gonna scratch and hurt you. Like, she just kind of cuddles you even closer and softer than she usually can. Pulling this big old dragon in your arms.
Let me tell you, Seraphina, Glitterbell was a mess without you.
Thank you for taking care of her. And
And-
yeah, Seraphina's just inconsolable and just cuddling Glitterbell.
And I figured you'd probably want this back, and he'll give her her other shoe.
She's gonna snatch it from it.
And Bula, being always the, woman of tact, she kind of walks over, like leans over. Is she still big? Or does that end like right as combat ends?
That's gonna end, within the next 30 seconds, give or take, based on how many
Okay.
rounds we had there.
So she's all tall,
yeah,
and like
she's
as she kind of like shrinks back down to normal size, like closer to eye level with them, she kind of looks at Seraphina and looks at Glitterbell. She says, "Do y'all know you match?"
I think Seraphina at this, but up until now didn't really notice that her scales matched Glitterbell, and she kind of like dries her eyes a little bit and says, "We too bad."
I mean, even your eyes.
What?
Yeah, they match.
Ados will hand her a compact mirror.
She opens the compact mirror.
Yeah,
Well,
100%.
Yeah,
You
she's
look at
she's
yourself in the
great.
mirror and you look at Glitterbell, and the color of the scales, the color of your eyes even, are that sort of iridescent, shimmering white, bright color.
Oh my god. Is this permanent?
How would we know? This is the first time we're seeing you like this.
I'm gonna have you do this, Seraphina. In your moment of panic here, go ahead and roll me a Wisdom saving throw with advantage.
Okay. I have a 12 and 21.
Okay. With that 21, it has been a long 12 hours. But you remember everything that's happened that you and I have talked about over those last 12 hours. You coming out of consciousness in particular, the thing that we did in the cold open last week, that private conversation we had when everybody stepped away, that was before you came back to consciousness, if that makes sense. And all of the torture that has happened since. So Seraphina can infer from that what she will.
Okay, that's helpful.
So that's kind of your timeline of the last 12 hours. I don't know how much of that you wanted to tell your companions, but that's all happening sort of internally as Seraphina just goes through the last night that you've been here with these cultists. It feels like it's been a lot longer than just a night.
Yeah.
In fact, down here, it's probably hard for you to even tell what time it is now or how long it's really been.
Yeah, I think just because the past day has been so traumatic, like everything kind of like blurs together, and she's just a little traumatized. She's never ready to talk about it, and she's still processing.
Killian wants to kind of drag the bodies of all the cultists and kind of pile them together, just so he can look through their belongings, and he won't pile up Amelia's body there. He doesn't want anything to do with her body.
Not anymore.
Ship has sailed.
It's all scattered anyways.
Exactly. Bula kind of massacred it.
She stole my snacks. And it taunted me with them. Who taunts a person with snacks?
And then I'll kind of look through the cultists' belongings.
Okay. You say you were going to search Amelia first, or just the cultists?
We'll save Amelia for last. He's
Okay.
reluctant to search through her stuff, but he knows he has to.
Yeah. Okay. As far as the cultists go, they don't have like weaponry necessarily on them. With the times that they've done like sort of more melee attacks on you, those slicing attacks, like the one that took Seraphina down, it's been like a radiant blade that sort of like manifests via magic. So they appear under their dark robes to be a variety of humanoid people. Nothing too particular about their like ancestry that you can see. Robes are all pretty similar, not exactly the same, but similar, meant to sort of blend and look like a monk, but like a monk that could pass for any kind of monk. Pretty indescriptive. You do find like a variety of like spell casting focuses on them, and each of them, go ahead and roll a religion check with advantage, Killian.
All right. Religion with advantage is 17.
Okay, yeah, you recognize they each have like either an emblem or a thematic sort of decoration or something related to one of the uninvited gods, mostly Estar. But yeah, you recognize that they all sort of have these like celestial uninvited sort of clerical arcane focuses, or even just accoutrement, but very subtle accoutrement at that. Things that are hidden well within their robes.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they don't seem to have much, like, as far as information on them.
Any money?
Yeah. I think one of them has like 7 silver in his pocket.
Nice.
Yeah, one of them has like a button, like a loose button that you get excited for and then realize it's just a button.
All right. I'm adding that 7 silver to my inventory.
Bula, you took the bag of holding off of Amelia's body, right? You have the whole bag?
My bag, yes.
Yeah. Oh, also, we still have an unconscious gnome in the room with Seraphina. Benji will immediately go in and bring her back up to at least 1, to help her out. And she'll come out, and she sort of comes out. She sees Irbessa and the rest of the gnomes, and she very weakly limps over and tries to help them, but really just kind of sits there and tries to recover mostly. But yeah, after a few more minutes of them all tinkering, Killian, you're searching some bodies. Irbessa stands up and looks around the room, sort of in a daze of inventive exhaustion, and she says, "Where'd that dark-haired one's bag go?" Sort of gesturing to Amelia's now severed, bloody body. Where'd that bag go that she had? That had the goods in it.
That wasn't her bag. That was my bag.
My apologies. Your bag, of course.
She stole it from me.
My companions here tell me they've been working on something she was keeping in there, and, well, y'all gave us the time to finish it, and maybe now you can all use it instead of them.
Well, what is it?
Well, and you see them all sort of open up their little circle there, and this sort of frame that they had been putting together, all this piping and different gadgets and little twisty almost clockwork gears and stuff they've been piecing together from parts that they had in this lab down here that they've obviously been preparing, working on, whatever, or even just still had parts laying around. They managed to put this thing together from this you see this schematic that had been quickly drawn up by one of them to describe it to the others, and it's this frame that is like a frame you would put around. It's the shape of a big old weapon, roughly the size of, you look at it and it looks like it would fit a mace, a pretty big mace.
Hey, that looks like what I got in my bag. Will this fix it? Hold it together?
Nibble says, "Well, yes. When they realized we were working on some different things to try and use the figurine that they spoke of. That is what they had us working on over the last fortnight. But when the dark-haired one came back and showed us that, they told us to change our plans and to make something that would make that thing usable again."
Yeah, that figurine doesn't exist anymore.
Well, I'm almost relieved about that, Quillip says from the side. That's probably a good thing, because they did not sound like they had good plans for how they'd use it. But we stalled as long as we could, but last night they had us draw the schematic to try and make at least that weapon usable again, so we had the schematic ready to build today, and
so she's excited
seems to be
about
better
that
in your hands.
because the one time she used it, it was pretty dang awesome. So she reaches in, and knowing that it's broken, she tries to gingerly pull it out.
Yeah, you see these hairline fractures in this hardwood handle. You can see the handle had this sort of inlay of metal worked through it that also wrapped around and held the mace head on and welded with the mace head. And some of that metal started to sort of splinter away or bend away that when you broke it, trying to break the figurine. So it's hanging on by a thread-ish. It wouldn't be great to bring into a fight without it totally falling apart. But yeah, you can gingerly pull it out of the bag, this big old mace of Eztar. And once again, you feel the kind of deep, heavy weight of such a weapon in your hands, even in its sort of lessened state. And do you hand it over?
Yeah, she would. I mean, they haven't proven to be malicious or anything yet. So she hands it over just as gingerly as she would handle one of Grandma Maz's souffles.
Yeah, and I think 3 of them, it would probably take 2 to lift this thing, but 3 of them come over to also very gingerly take it from you. And they sort of lay it down into this metal framework that they've built and start screwing in cogs and closing up different little latches and doors to effectively build an exoskeleton to hold this thing firm, while also allowing the mace head to be utilized in the way it's supposed to be.
The whole time
So they-
she's just like, easy, easy,
Yeah,
careful, as
they're
if
like-
she knows what they're doing at all.
Your best is like, I didn't pick these 5 because they're a bunch of nincompoops. They know what they're doing, as she's like carefully overseeing it as well. And also kind of like jumping at every little twitch of metal. But yeah, they close up the mace in this framework, in this exoskeleton metal frame. And it looks pretty darn sturdy again. They've managed to, just seeing this overnight, essentially, when Amelia arrived with it, they obviously got a good look at it and drew up some, these guys aren't nincompoops. They know what they're doing when it comes to weaponry and masterworks and crafting. So, while it looks like the mace itself may still be, a little bit on the more fragile side, if utilized by itself within this frame, it should be able to be used in battle again. And on top of that, Bula, I've added that to your inventory.
Yes.
You're welcome to hand it off to someone else, but I figure big girl, big mace.
Yes, ma'am.
And you said you were working on something to do with the figurine before you were building this. What was that?
Hera, one of the females, says, well, they wanted us to, they didn't know what kind of shape it would be in. They knew about the curse. They assumed that it was the figurine that was doing it. So they've been sending people to look for it, and it was our job to have something ready to go when they brought it. They had us trying to come up with a way to prevent the curse, or to sort of control whatever magics, whatever celestial magics was coming off of it, sort of narrowing that curse down into, well, we think very literally, we were thinking going from an explosion to a refined beam of energy, as opposed to just an area of effect. So that's what we had been planning on working on, and that's what we've kind of been doing down here all along. You see all these different, now that they're saying that, you see all these different little contraptions that they've built and made. You see, like, essentially, like, a bunch of, like, magnifying glasses all in a row going from bigger to smaller, with, like, mirrors encircling where there's, like, a little tiny, what would be, like, a little tripod for the figurine, that the figurine would fit inside, that would mirror and put all this energy into one direction. They've tried all these different things and had all these different sort of little machines set up for the figurine itself, but that are now sort of moot points. So overnight, you could see the cult down here had been changing their plans as they were trying to get information out of Seraphina.
So you all have been working directly with the cult for some time now?
Oh, not of our own volition, certainly, but yes, they've had us down here for... And they all kind of look at each other, and Urbessa says, it's probably been some 15 days since I last saw any of you at work above. And they all kind of, like, shrink a little bit with that realization they've been down here for 15 straight days. Well, they didn't... They made us sleep in shifts and, kept us pretty separate, so it's been hard to keep track of how long we've been down here, but, yeah, she just kind of, like, fades off. I know we were working for them, but it wasn't... We would not have chosen to do so.
Are there any other members of this cult that are still here, somewhere else, all throughout these forges that haven't been used for a while?
Sorry, ask that again?
Are there any other cultists that remain down in these forges? Any that you know of, or was it just this group that was here?
Oh, it was a bigger group than who is here, and they're, like, looking around at the dead bodies, and they're like, I've seen, the old man is like, I've seen at least, 6 or 7 who aren't accounted for here come and go, so we can only assume that there's more within Barrock. We don't know if they're all down here. We've been mostly kept to this room, but they've come and gone quite a bit. And your Bessa says, if they've been here, they've been either very good at hiding in the shadows above or kept to themselves down here because, you know, we notice when non-giants, non-gnomes are wandering around the forge.
Well, if they've taken your people captive once, they're bound to do it again. And although now without the relics that they were seeking, you know, their plans might change.
Ressa says, yeah, we seem to have a bit of an upper hand for at least a moment before others come down and find out what's happened here, but for a moment we have to assume that they don't know that we've rescued Pink Dress and gotten everything a little bit under control down here. So while we have a moment, we should maybe strike while the iron's hot. The other gnomes chuckle at that.
Forge
Forging
funds.
joke. Your Bessa's like proud of herself. Yeah, so it would behoove us, I think, to try and get them out of our city. Now, this is not necessarily your fight. You were brought here of choices that were not yours, it seems, as much as they weren't the choices of my collectives, but while you're here, y'all seem to be a decent bit of muscle that we could use.
We've been dealing with this group for quite some time now. We would love to meet them at their front door as well. Face to face, anyway.
Well, perhaps it's time we draw them out and have it out.
Yeah, it might not be a bad idea, but how do we get out of here? We took that chute to get down here, but how do we get back up to the surface?
Oh, the chute we'll have to climb a bit of a way, but the chute, we just climb back up, and there's a few secret doors that lead to the chute that they brought us down through. They brought us down sort of one by one, captured us over a few days, is what we figured out after the fact, but they all brought us in through that chute.
Okay.
We don't know of any other way out. Your Bessa says, perhaps if we, if this was their base of operation, and this is where they're going to return to, perhaps we leave them a little, trail of breadcrumbs and bring them up to where we can find them on our own turf. In a place where it won't hurt the citizens, but we have a little bit of control over what goes on.
Set up an ambush for them?
I like that line of thought. The others kind of nod.
Well,
He says, if you asked Thorgun, he would have us fight it out in the Great Forge.
what if I'm asking you?
If you're asking me, that's where I keep my stone golems. And the others start to look a little bit excited at that. They're like, start to chitter. Oh, I kind of wanted to go up and say hi to my family, but I also kind of want to see that.
Well, how do you suggest we draw them up there?
Priorities.
Well, they've been taking shifts down here with us, so when the next shift comes, perhaps we just leave a big ol' note. We have the mace. Come and get it.
Subtle. I like it.
We use the mace like they used Pink Dress over there. Draw them in.
Well, fair enough. And you'd be able to lead us to the area that your golems are?
Easily, yes. Your Bessa says, we met in Thorgun's personal hall, but it's nearby there, so we'll just lead you back up through the tunnels and grab Thorgun in his hall and head that direction if it works for you all. You all, I don't want to give them time to retreat. I don't want to give them time to think. So I know it'd be preferable if we all had a time to rest, and I won't ask my collective to join us unless they feel up for it. But between us and the big guy, we might be able to weed them out of the city for good.
Eidos will pull out his calligraphy set and set to work penning a note for the cultist. Say, ho ho ho, we have a mace now. Come upstairs to the Great Hall and meet us there.
Is this on your personal stationery?
Oh yeah, bespoke Eidos Nawat watermark stationery. Yeah.
Some Art Deco like flourishes in the corner.
Oh, 100%, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Your Bessa says, looks around at her collective, and she says, even under duress, this, and she kind of gestures to the framework of the Mace of Estar. I've never been more proud of a group of my fellow Nomians, and, well, Barrock is your home as much as it's mine, so as much as I want to keep you all safe and keep you working for an undetermined amount of time into the future, if you all need a little bit of fresh revenge, then I'm not going to stop you from coming with us. I'm going to look at each other, and I'm going to roll to see if any of this collective will join you with their own inventions.
Roll for bravery. Roll for bravery.
Roll for
Who's
bravery,
brave?
exactly. Yep. I know not a lot of them are pretty down on HP because they have been kept in bad conditions. With 2 nat 20s, which is beautiful.
Wow.
Very
A
brave.
15, an 8, and a 2. Only 2 of them are going to stay behind. And for those 2 nat 20s, because I love to honor a nat 20, they're going to go get a few of their best works, their best inventions before this fight. So that'll add something to the fight. Okay. Go ahead.
Before we set out, Killian is going to kind of seize an opportunity here with some of the best and brightest gnomes in the area here. He's going to grab the pistol from that Kittenberry gave to him, and he's going to present it to this collection of gnomes here, and just say, I received this weapon from a dear friend of mine, and I was wondering if the brilliant minds of the Barrock Forge would be able to maybe enhance it in some way. I already have some rather unique ammunition for it, but I don't know if there's a way to maybe increase its firepower or something of that nature.
Okay, and you're showing them Kittenberry's gun?
Yeah.
I'm assuming? Okay, remind me exactly the make of that gun. It's not an arquebus, it's a,
I think it's just kind of just like a pistol, right?
yeah, thank you, pistol, yep.
Like just kind of like a, I don't know if it's like a flint. I'm assuming it's kind of like a flintlocky type pistol, because it does shoot kind of the regular round bullets, but it also, I have procured some pointed bullets as well.
Look at it, and they're very excited. They know all about firearms. In fact, the one who was using the little machine dart gun immediately takes it and takes apart her little dart gun and takes this like little barrel that she has the darts in and modifies it a bit, goes over, grabs a few tools from around this room, a few rusty pieces of metal, and she says, now, my work does come with a guarantee, but are you okay that it's a bit of a permanent change?
As long as it's going to benefit the weapon, then yes, that should be okay.
That it will. And she gets to work, and it takes her. I'll take a short rest as she works on this for the next couple minutes, about 10 minutes, and she comes back to you, and it's gonna go from a pistol to a revolver. So instead of 2d6 piercing, I think it was before, it's gonna be 2d8 piercing just for the regular ammunition, not to mention your special ammo.
All right, so okay, we have to custom make that weapon possibly.
Yeah, let me see if it's in D&D Beyond.
Because I think it like they do have like regular pistols in D&D Beyond.
Yep.
Which do like a D10 of damage.
Okay, then yeah, it's gonna go up to a D12 if that's what it is initially. Yeah, 1d10 plus 3. Let me see if I can do it for you.
Yeah, because the pointed bullets make it a like the damage is a D12 with the pointed bullets.
Okay. I'm just trying to decide which one to give you. They've got a good amount of revolvers. I'm just picking which one I want to have her upgrade it to.
One full cowboy right now. The revolver. Short rest.
I think while you are looking those over, Marway is going to take this short rest to kind of come up to Seraphina. And
Go
just say,
ahead,
I am very glad that we made it on time this time. But I have to say, when they said that human mothers glowed and radiated light, I did not quite know that they meant it so literally. You're quite beautiful.
Seraphina's just gonna start crying again. She's very fragile. Your eyes are facing Rebel. Thank you.
Okay, Killian.
I think Marley's just gonna walk away. Not realizing why Seraphina's crying. I think he's like, oh no, I've said something and I don't understand what I said that upset her.
Okay, yeah, so you're gonna get a Magitech revolver. I went ahead and added that to your inventory. So you can refresh your D&D Beyond character page. So it's not gonna do all that much damage extra. I think the damage is gonna stay the same, but she essentially gives it to you so that you have a little engine inside that propels your bullets faster. And it does so, like, magically. She sort of enspelled it. The damage they deal is still non-magical, but it has, like, self-reloading, and she goes ahead and ups your self-reload all the way up to 6 bullets.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it starts at 2, but she goes ahead and gives you, like, her little dart revolver, I don't know, parts of a gun. Barrel? No. Magazine? Magazine.
Yeah.
Chamber.
Yeah.
Not a magazine on a revolver.
Yeah, I was like,
I don't know. You know, the place where the bullets go. The thing that you spin and look cool. Yeah, so you can go ahead and read that over once you have the time.
Yep. No problem.
Okay. Good upgrade. And good use of a short rest. Okay.
So,
Otherwise, go ahead.
How
Phila.
long did you say the short rest was?
It's like 10
like
minutes
10
or so,
minutes.
yeah.
Yeah.
Dang it. She wants to attune to this mace.
I believe it can only be attuned to if you are evil. Evil aligned.
What?
I mean, did you see what she did to Amelia for her bag of food?
That was not evil. That was warranted.
That was retribution.
That was justice.
Divine justice.
She took one bite out of a chicken leg and threw it on the ground. No. Okay, so if I can't attune to it, can I use it?
You absolutely still can use it. Let me open up your character sheet because I think it says so in the item description. I did homebrew it, so if we have to adjust it, we can.
Okay.
Yeah, so you will still get all of the damage for your attacks. Which is not quite as good as, like, your great axe or your glaive. But if you were to go ahead and take I will say it does, you can easily attune to it with an evil alignment if you are already evil. You can also attune to it, and you feel this, like, while you're holding it, kind of practicing some swings with it, thinking about what you can do with it. You feel this, like, presence of the god Estar. And you probably could still attune to it, but you can feel that it would change you in a way. Essentially, it's going to act like a cursed weapon if you attune to it. So you will get the different magical properties of it if you attune to it, but also you will end up a little bit changed by the mace itself in order to be able to use it. Not necessarily to evil. It won't necessarily change your alignment on purpose, but you would be carrying a celestial curse of sorts. And you've seen what those kind of curses can do when you saw Dea's figurine and what harm it did to a whole land. So you can think of that. So you'll still get all the damage stuff. You still get the bonus to the attack roll. Not a ton of damage. It does some radiant damage automatically without having to align to it. But the stuff you can get if you align to it feels like it could do some powerful stuff. If you so choose.
Sure does. I'll have to read that over and think about it.
Yeah.
When I'm
Yeah, you
not
got time.
in the middle of a forge with things happening.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna do one more thing to get ready for this battle myself. Since we had a couple nat 20s on the gnomes. But yeah, the gnomes will lead you back up through, if you're ready. When you're ready, the gnomes will lead you back up. And you see, like, indeed, on every couple levels after they take you up so far, like, to the point where you're back in sort of the populous part of the mountain, the volcano, you can tell that they know the doors that they were brought through, kind of what level they are on. These are very, very intelligent little guys, so they can all kind of retrace the steps, even if they were blindfolded, of where they were brought. So they find these little secret doors that lead out into, like, laundry rooms, that lead out into just, like, minecart tracks that go up into the main forges. All these different little hidden areas around that the cults obviously found and were able to utilize to kidnap these gnomes. And they take you back up into the volcano proper.
As we're heading to wherever we're going, Killian is going to give a rousing speech, very much amping everybody up. Like, we're gonna take these guys out, we're gonna rid them from the city forever. And as he concludes the speech, everyone is very much inspired by that. And everyone gets some temporary hit points. You're gonna get, how many do you get? Equal to your character level, plus, so I'm level 9, plus 4. So everyone gets 13 temporary hit points.
Nice.
Awesome.
Thank you kindly.
Definitely use that.
That might be helpful.
And I think how many people can I give it to? Hold on. 6 allies, including yourself. So how many we got? Who we got? 1. And Benji can get the other. Can get 13.
Okay. Sorry, I'm getting 1 or 2 more things ready. It's gonna be a heck of a battle, friends. Okay. Okay, as far as the gnomes go, as soon as you get back up into town, you see, I think Quillip and Tessa, who is the one that spent most of that fight unconscious with Seraphina. They both head off Quillip to help Tessa sort of recover and get her back to her family, and let everybody know that they're back. But the rest of you, how do you want to go about it? Do you want to go straight to Thorgun, the giant? Do you want to do any other inquiring around Morn or anything like that, or are you going straight into it? You left a note behind, right, Eidos?
I did. In a prominent place. I can't think of anything else to do out here.
Yeah, I think
rather than just wait for the cultists.
Yeah, let's get ourselves set up and ready to go.
Start setting some booby traps.
I can set some booby traps. I'm good at that.
How many temporary HP, I'm sorry, was that for Benji?
13.
13, cool, okay. Perfect. Okay, he's looking a little bit better. I'll give him his short rest. Everybody make sure you put that on your character sheet if you have not already.
Seraphina spends her short rest just like looking in the compact that Eidos gave her. freaking herself out with her eyes.
Yeah, it's unsettling. You keep like trying to like dispel magic on yourself or take off your disguise self, whatever the heck is happening here. You're just constantly like prestidigitating yourself. I think you're able to like, between you and Benji, you're able to like mend your dress so your dress can stay on. Though it's never really gonna be the same. Okay. I will. That way you have a chance to do sort of an ambush if you feel it's so necessary. You all go and you head to... Irbessa takes you back to Thorgun's hall, where you initially sat by the fire and told them about your suspicions. You find him in there sort of nervously pacing. You see a big old teapot of tea is over the fire, and it seems to have been pretty much constantly brewing as he's finishing his own, like... It's a giant-sized teacup, but it is delicate, flowery, dainty porcelain in his hands. Like, it's big, but it does not fit with his vibe. It's so flowery and pretty and purple. He's just drinking out of a little floral teacup with a little saucer that he gently puts down on his side table as soon as you walk on it. And he sits down, he says, Irbessa, and then he looks behind her and sees the other three of the collective, and he says, excellent, this is fantastic outcome. Where did you find them? How, were they down beneath? She says, well, they, did an incredible job, this group of strange wanderers who came here, and, well, it's a bit of a bloody mess down there. I can't say I've ever seen violence quite so thorough, but, they made short work of it, and they're kind enough to help us, clean out the rats, as one were. He
Yeah,
sort of looks at you all, confused.
Bula just says, "You're welcome."
Yeah, we don't want this any of your workers to be taken again. So best to clear out the rest of these people.
Well, I couldn't agree more. If this is a cancer in my forge, then it's time we root it out. What do you think? What is your plan?
Plan?
Violence, I assume, based on what Irbessa has just told me.
Yeah, we're just gonna start swinging.
Well, to elaborate a little bit more on the plan, Irbessa offered your great hall here as an ambush spot. She said that she has some stone golems on standby somewhere. And we're...
He says, specifically, I was thinking the Great Forge, and he goes, you want to fight in the Forge. She's been trying to have a battle royale in that Forge since the day I met her. And she's just like, and now we have a reason to. We left a note and everything, so it's too late for you to say no. He's just like, the Forge is not a place for battle, it is a place of creation, not destruction. And she says, well, it's about to be something different. He kind of like shakes his head and rolls his eyes, like where she can't see him, and turns to you all and says, well, if the Great Forge it must be, she does indeed have the stone golems down there, and, well, I suppose, if I have to throw a bunch of intruders into the volcano, then so be it. You say you left a note?
Yes, left a note instructing them to meet us in the Grey Hall. And that we had the mace.
Shall we move then? Sounds like we have no time to lose.
Yes. The quicker we can get an inventory of our surroundings and use it against them, the better. I have no idea when they're going to head down there. Well, maybe do.
He very delicately takes the last dregs of tea from his teacup and sets it aside, and takes the pot off the fire, knowing he won't need it and doesn't want to leave it boiling. And stands up, sort of stretches its long giant arms, and goes and takes down the giant, I think it was an axe that he mentioned on the wall. Big ol' axe. In his hands looks small, but is still a massive weapon. And he says, well, no time like the present, I suppose. Let's go clean my city up. And he stomps sort of through the opposite door of where you all are, and leads you down. You guys were outside of this hall. You go back into that sort of entry hallway, where you initially saw they came out of, where you sort of heard Thorgun and Irbessa bickering before you actually met them the first time. He leads you down past that same set of doors, down a wide ramp, and into what you are now seeing is the caldera of the volcano itself. So down on the actual forge platform, you can see the fires themselves are constantly burning because they're not fire fueled by logs or coal or whatever other forges use. They are fueled by the volcano itself. They are lava and lava in those forges. You see bits and pieces of tools and things that can be used for crafting masterworks, but it would appear, as they said, this is a forge used only for the most important of works. So it doesn't seem like there's actively like work happening here at this particular time, though the forge burns. So you walk in, and I've opened up your map for you so that you can kind of plan. It's a big old map. You got a lot of space. You see big old mine carts full of different ores and things that have sort of been parked along a track. There's a higher track. You can see kind of down in the corner if anybody wanted to get a higher vantage point or like a ranged attack situation going. You see there's like a big old crossbow type thing, a couple of them over here on the cliff to the viewers left in the bottom corner. Two massive statues of giants, each holding, statuesque pieces of craft. You do in fact see, as you're looking around the room, you've heard mention of stone golems. You see two what look like statues, but if you watch them long enough, one of them reaches up and like scratches his stone nose at one point. But they just like are sitting up like statues above two of the forge fires. Yeah, and Thorgun leads you all in quite confidently. There's a fountain in the center for cooling, for tempering the metal. Constantly running water. Seems to be like not boiling water by any means, but a big old fountain in the middle. Lots of spaces so you can ask questions. You can find hiding spots. The sort of like walls that you're seeing, the golden walls that sort of are in the center of the forge here, those are each like 5 feet tall. Essentially, they look like they're used as like work benches for the giants. So lower for them, but 5 feet tall, good enough that you could like hide behind them for sure with just like a small duck. So, you have a possibly short amount of time before your enemies arrive. How do you want to disperse yourselves across this space?
How
You're
much
welcome to
time
move
do we have?
You don't know. You left that note. I think you can ask the gnomes about how often like the shift changed essentially, and they're like, it was hard for us to tell time, but it seemed like every, I don't know, few hours perhaps.
Well, I'm mechanically
change
asking
shifts.
because I need to know if Siege is still here.
Okay.
Because I have him for an hour. We've done 10 minutes for the short rest.
I will say your characters don't know it, but Siege will still be with you by the time they get there. But it's probably going to be like 20 minutes from now that people will show up.
Okay.
So you've essentially got Siege for like maybe 30 more minutes, give or take.
Mm-hmm.
Killian would like to summon Casimir.
Yeah, summoning time.
This place is big enough for a horse to run around in. Big enough for
Sure
giants.
is. This is a big old map.
Big enough for a horse.
Is it possible for Seraphina to get, for me to get access to Glitterbell's token?
Yeah, give me 1 second. I think I can do that.
Okay. She needs her emotional support pseudo-dragon during this vulnerable time.
Her Maxie sister.
Menzies.
Killian's also pulled out, or like I said, he stowed away his 2 weapons, and he's pulled out his shield, and his whip once again is at his side. But also he's kind of flourishing and practicing with this new pistol that he has, and he's just gonna say, "Hello, Union," and like point it out. So nice to see you.
At the same time, Bula is across the room, kind of just checking out this new mace, like pretending to hit things and like flipping it around and feeling the weight of it. Kind of doing the same thing almost, like, yeah, you cultist, you want to get over here? Can't get any of my snacks. I'm just like...
So I think Seraphina is feeling vulnerable, so she's gonna go hide over here.
That's pretty fair.
just gonna bring Glitterbell with her. Oh no. I'm doing the thing Robin does. Oh no.
Wasn't me.
Oh no.
You've sent the curse on to someone else.
I think Ados is going to post up on the other side of this long table next to Marway on the northern section. Could
Is
I?
this like the entrance?
Yeah, he's gonna come from here. Yep, that's where you
Totally
guys are
kidding.
standing.
I'm not gonna be there.
Yeah,
Sorry,
yeah.
Eidos.
Oh no, I follow
Right
you
from the
right over
side.
here. I say north, I meant west.
Mm-hmm.
And this is, you said it's just 5 feet, right? So I can like
Yeah.
pick up, shoot a spell, and then get back down.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna hang out next to the healer.
And you can see the gnomes sort of spread themselves out amongst the room. Your Bessa is checking on and tampering with her stone golems. You see your two nat 20s, Hara and Nibble, both summon up some constructs. Let me pull them out. They sort of separated from you guys when you came out from below, went to their rooms, grabbed their constructs to get to work. And hopefully you guys should be, if you check and like hover over all our different pieces on the board, it should either show you their names and stuff full time, or it should show you their names after you hover over someone. Change these so they have an A and a B. Is that working? Jump while I see you trying.
Yes, it does work.
Okay.
So construct A and construct B.
Good, okay. Okay, and Benji, the low on spells, he's gonna... He is low on spells. Maybe that's a good time for a druid to wild shape.
Marway is watching Benji from a distance, peeking over the wall.
He's like checking on his druidic focus. He's straightening up his armor. He's kind of like doing some like manual healing on himself, just like literally giving himself stitches on a little cut.
You have Eden fly over, kind of sit on his shoulder.
Yeah, he patches himself up, and then he's going to climb up on a wall. And you see him say, as soon as they walk in, I'm gonna do something kind of weird, so try not to let it distract you. He kind of winks at you, Marway.
Marway's so excited to see this.
Okay. You guys prepare yourselves, and it does not take long. Let me drop in some enemies here as they will come walking through the door.
Cast innate sorcery on myself as soon as I hear him out.
In Marway, you watch as Benji sort of does this like a druidic chant, and you can sort of like recognize what is a wild shape, but instead of taking on the form of like a beast, Benji's body dissipates, not unlike how Casimir is summoned. His body dissipates into a starry constellation, literally. And roll a nature check. Anybody who's like looking at him, he literally just
I
turns
would
into this
rather
like
make a con
cluster of bright
saving throw to
stars.
see if I faint from this. 'Cause that's not...
He gave
Just
you a
kidding, I
wink
don't
and
wanna
immediately
do
turned
that.
into a constellation.
I got a nat 1 on my constitution.
You are, yeah, you are. Your flabbers are gasted.
I got
Feelings
a
of-
10 on
I've
nature
spent-
check.
Almost my whole time in the material plane looking up at the stars, asking them for help, and now...
Here it is. Now
and
here it is.
stars.
Yeah. Anybody roll higher than like a 12 on that on a?
I got a 12.
I rolled a 12 too. Yeah.
Okay, 12 will work. You two recognize this is the constellation, the Archer. You can see sort of the 4 stars that make up the bow and string, and you see the 6 stars that make up the Archer, the man drawing the bow. But it is a tiny version of a real constellation that exists in the sky, and it's shedding in a 10-foot radius bright light because it's literally stars. Benji is stars. Okay, and with that, gosh, I love a druid. I'm gonna have everybody roll initiative as you see walk through the door. 3 cultists led by. I'm gonna describe them to you. The first figure is more eye-catching than the second. She is wearing silken dark grays and reds robes of like very fine make. Silver belt buckle, hood up over what appears to be like a bald head. But under that hood, it's not as drawn forward as the cultists are, where you can't quite see their face in the shadows. You can see her face. She's very gaunt and thin. And her eyes are just like constantly emitting this like arcane purple light. They have no pupils. They have no iris. They are just light coming from her eye sockets of arcane energy. Otherwise, she doesn't appear to have, like, she's not holding any weapons. She doesn't have anything on her. Her robes are not the kind that are so flowing that you can't see anything in them. She's just wearing a robe, a belt, and has, like, no weaponry on her. She wouldn't even be able to hide it under her robes. She's quite thin, and her robe is drawn tight. The other immediately just, like, has this aura of dread. It's like, it's just darkness, and you can see he has a hood that's pulled further forward. It's much less fine, but more detailed. It's spiked. He has like a mantle on. He also has no visible weaponry, but you can see under the spike of his hood, which hides his eyes, you can see his face, his jaw, and his cheeks. One of those cheeks, the flesh is just not there. You can see jawbone. And cheekbone on one of those cheeks, and a few molars. Like he's been desiccating in a coffin for some time. They both walk in, followed by 3 cultists. And you are seeing 2 members of the Council of the U Union. These guys aren't going to be fun to fight. So, did everybody roll initiative?
I don't want to.
I changed my mind.
Seraphina has 14.
Awesome. Ados?
Sorry, I was typing furiously. Oh my god. I rolled a natural 1. Plus 1 is 2.
Love to see it. Hate to see it. You guys will get a surprise round because you managed to put yourselves in these situations, but they did know they were coming up here to fight, so they will be able to take like reactions and stuff to your first attacks.
Is Thorgan just kind of chilling out there? Is that where he is? Just chilling.
Thorgan is just like, he's posted up. He's like, this is my forge. I'm gonna stand here like it's my house.
Gotcha.
Marway.
So I decided to punish myself for my nat 1 on my Constitution save.
So
So I rolled this with disadvantage. And I got a 2, and I have a +1, but I'm also exhausted, which takes me down to a 1.
We hate to see it, and we love it. Good role playing. Killian.
14 for Killian.
Bula.
13.
Let me roll Benji's. So it's rough with the 7.
I mean, he's aura farming over there, so I mean,
He sure is. Okay, and unfortunately, the baddies rolled pretty well. But your constructs rolled quite well. So, let's get this thing going. Top of the order, we've got one of the 2 constructs brought in by your gnome friends. So we're starting with Construct A over here. It is this big clockwork machine. It's got this like arcane, it does look like a compass, and it's constantly like changing direction where the arrow is pointing, but it's clearly magical. And the compass arrow is like, instead of like a flat 2D compass, it is a sphere. So the little arrow is pointing any different direction, and then it rings in on one of the two. As like you can see, Nibble is up high on one of the 5-foot-tall walls, using like a sort of matching orb in her hand, and sort of like controlling that compass like a little remote control for it. So you can see it. You see the compass first go and point at the biggest risk in the room. Weirdly enough, as scary as the guy with half of a face is, the way that the robed woman walked into the room, it feels like, you guys know this feeling well, the moment before lightning strikes. That like sort of cackling energy, like you're about to get hit by lightning, is the sort of energy this woman brings into a room. Like constant possibility of terrible things. So the construct is going to go for her first. You can see its arm, it like points as soon as the compass goes, and its arm opens up into some sort of launcher, and you guys see a spear launch out of it toward her. And does it hit? I don't know. It does hit. It hits her. Well, you can see she walks in with like a bit of an aura of like you guys would recognize as like a mage armor type of thing, just like a little shimmer on her, magical shimmer going. But it does still hit with this spear launcher. So she's immediately going to take a spear to the shoulder and fall back a bit, and she gets knocked prone and takes a little bit of damage. Doesn't seem to do enough damage that you would like, but she does take a little hit right off the bat. And she gets knocked prone, so that goes some of her movement. Next up, however, is one of the baddies. Let me mark her as prone. This is such a big map. Good grief. There we go. Okay. The sort of undead-looking man is gonna go next. He walks in, and he does not stop at the side of you. Oop, I have them all highlighted. I'm pulling a Bula. Moving everybody around. He is just like levitating off the ground. You guys notice as he moves forward into the room, he's not walking. He's just 2 inches off the ground, levitating forward at you all. He's gonna move on in. Just unashamedly right up to, essentially, Thorgun. And you see him just point at Thorgun silently, straight forward. And it's definitely gonna hit. And you guys see Thorgun like get the wind knocked out of him. You can't see any, like, it clearly wasn't force damage, but he just looks like older all of a sudden. Not by much, but by enough. It's unnerving.
You say older?
He looks older, like he's lost some years from his life.
Thanks.
Seraphina. Clutches glitter balance
This is
here.
Seraphina's nightmare.
No.
First dragon scales, now wrinkles? Oh my god.
Hey, at least scales don't wrinkle.
Mm.
The second construct gets to go now. They both rolled pretty high, so it is also going to just spear launch this time at the undead one, the Umber Superior. Definitely hits. So Umber Superior takes a little bit of damage as well. But it doesn't seem to do, again, as much damage as you'd like. Okay, we are going to do your Bessa and Thorgun are now top of the order. Gosh, you guys, those initiative rolls are really killing me.
They're killing us, okay?
We do what we can.
Everybody gets to go before you. So Irbessa, she is going to throw this little it looks like those little like toy teeth like the little like teeth that
Yeah.
clatter on the table with the little feet. Looks like one of those, but metal. It literally is just is like these little gnashing teeth. And she picks it up and she just chucks it 60 feet. I think he's the only one close enough to her to do that. Yeah, so she'll hop down so she can do that to him. Doesn't have to move much. Throws it 60 feet. He's gonna roll a dexterity save. Ugh, that was a nat 20 on him, so it misses. Okay, and she's just gonna duck back a little bit again. Thorgun giant thing, or sand thane's turn. He just pulls his massive stone club off of his back. He's still, like, got his little weapon, in reserve. He's got it holstered on his back, the big golden weapon from his room. But he'll take a multi-attack with his club, just to get the feeling of these people. Going after Cauldron. First one hits. Second one hits. Okay. A little bit of damage. Again, it doesn't seem to these like melee attacks, these physical attacks, the spears being thrown, Thorgun's club, although he's like bashing down on this guy, it doesn't seem to be hurting him as much as you'd want it to. That being said, Killian, you're up.
Okay. Killian is going to well, he is atop of Casimir. So Killian's going to have Casimir take the dash action, so he's got 120 feet of movement. And Killian's going to kind of rush into the fray against old Jawbone over here. Kind of skirting around. I assume this is like a forge of some type, or like a...
Yep, that's like, yeah, a forge.
Yeah, so I kind of like scoot around or leap over, whatever is easier for Casimir. And he has his whip drawn, and he's gonna start whipping old Jawbone over there.
We'll do it.
And he'll channel some divine magic into the whip. And he's gonna take a couple swipes at him. So the first one, oh yes, natural 20.
Love to see it.
Nice.
With my chain of shattered fate, something crazy happens.
Yup.
I gotta pull up my
Glad you switched.
thing.
Yeah, go for it. Take your time.
Kara, why don't you go and roll me a D100?
You got it.
My chaos magic table
That
here.
says 63.
63. Okay. Oh, that's pretty handy. Okay. So as Killian takes the whip and strikes at Jawbone here. I don't know his name. I'm calling him Jawbone.
You would know through you guys. Didn't you ask Eureka, maybe Darkdown, who was here? And I think Eureka told you that the two, like, they've been working out who the leaders of the sort of council are.
Yeah.
She suspected. She's told you about like an Umber Superior, like as positions, not names. There's an Umber Superior, or like a sort of Master of Spies, essentially. And a high arcanist, like a mage, a high mage. And just based on what you've seen of these two already, you can assume these two are the Umber Superior, the Master of Spies, and the High Arcanist. She's the High Arcanist. Yeah, I don't know that you would know names.
All right.
But also, it's now canon. His name is Jawbone.
Good old Jawbone.
His name is Jawbone.
Jawbone.
Like a mangy dog.
So as the whip comes out and strikes against him, shadowy tendrils kind of emanate from the whip itself, kind of wrapping around him at the same time as the chain strikes him. So it says, causing all enemies within a 20-foot radius to have disadvantage on attack rolls. I'm assuming that's probably for a round. I'd imagine.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, and now for the damage. So the max for the first one, so 6 plus 4, so 16 radiant, and I'm also going to pump a divine smite into that, just at first level. So that's going to be double the dice there. Oh, okay. 5 and 18 radiant damage plus 18 plus 16, 34 radiant damage.
34 all radiant?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
And that's the first attack. And second attack, that's going to be 6 plus 12, 18 to hit.
That does hit, yes.
Okay. And this is just going to be an additional 7 radiant damage.
Very cool.
And Killian, with all this movement, is going to go whip, whip, and then he's going to have Casimir trot on back to where he was.
All right, awesome.
And that's everything.
Next up, Seraphina.
Okay, so real quick though, so watching him attack, the radiant damage, did it seem to do better damage?
It did seem to do better damage. It didn't do like the most. It's not like just using D&D terminology. It looks like straight damage. It doesn't look like it's like a resistance or anything.
But you said the other things didn't seem to do as much damage as they should.
Correct.
Okay.
Just like the physical sort of slashing or piercing didn't seem to be doing what you wanted it to do.
Okay.
Like the physical wounds aren't hurting them as badly. Good question. Okay, Seraphina, that's you.
Okay. Seraphina is gonna pop up. She's gonna be clutching Glitterbell. She's still feeling very fragile. She's got mascara running down her cheek still.
Like dripping off the scales on your cheekbones.
I
At least you know you still have eyelashes because you have mascara to run.
Okay, so Seraphina is gonna pop up. She's clutching Glitterbell. She's going to point at this thing here. Where's this here?
Yeah, it's like a pedestal, yeah.
Yeah, she's gonna cast Wall of Fire right in front of it. So let me, I think I can draw it.
Do you want to draw it? Yep, if you don't want to, I will.
Does that work?
Yes.
Totally, yeah, works for me.
Okay, so it is 20 feet high, 1 foot thick. And okay, this is unclear to me. It says each creature in its area makes a dexterity saving throw.
So, like, if you casted it, like, where they were standing, as an example.
That's not close enough to, at this point.
Yeah, they'd have to, like, kind of be in it. Like, you could cast it, like, where they're standing,
Okay.
essentially.
Wait,
Yeah,
but
They try to go through it.
Mhm.
They have to be, like, along a wall, right? For Wall of Fire. I can't just, like, make a freestanding Wall of Fire, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
You can pop up that wall anywhere you want,
You
baby.
could, like, just block off this entire entryway.
Okay,
The
okay,
60
I thought-
feet that you get.
Does it say how long it can be?
60
Yes,
feet.
60 feet.
60 feet? Yeah, so it does not have to be on a wall. It doesn't have to be on a table. It can just be on the ground, wherever you want it to
Okay,
be.
okay.
So you can
I
place
will
it somewhere.
I will do this.
Yeah, that works.
Not zigzag. It will be straight.
And I'm just popping a label on there so I remember for next time, because I know this battle's going to take us through 2 sessions. Okay, you pop up a wall of fire. Smart. Very cool.
At this point, is it close enough to get this lady to do? Am I close? Does the fire get her?
I don't think so. You could like
Not close
you could
enough.
turn it a bit. You could like rotate it through a bit to like cover her to go over her, but I don't think it's quite close enough yet. It's not over her spot.
Okay, it's okay. I'll let it go.
You've made yourself a little barricade here. I like it.
So merciful.
Okay. Anything else for you?
She's gonna duck and hide in fear. She's traumatized and scared of these people.
Having a Bad day. Okay, Bula, you're up next.
All right. So, Bula, having been right here on the corner and watched the giant attack and then watched Killian attack, she's like, And she looks at the mace in her hand and she's like, So, she's gonna immediately rage. And then she's going to run up and she's going to use the mace specifically because she remembers that the one time that she used it, it was all shiny and bright like what Killian just did. And his seemed to do a little more damage. So,
That's definitely something you would recognize, for sure.
yeah, okay.
At the very least, Bula's favorite language is violence.
Yeah. She says, how can I do the most damage?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So as she starts raging and starts coming toward this guy, she's walking up towards this fella. And she realizes that as she's walking, with her is these vines and these flowers, and they kind of come out under her feet. They don't trip her, but they seem to be growing out from her feet, and she's like kind of looking, well, this is weird, but it's not hurting her, so she keeps going, and they move with her. And for 15 feet around me, it's a difficult terrain for all of my enemies.
Cool.
And it does specify enemies, not anybody else.
Very nice. Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna be
Alright.
popping labels on everything, guys, just so you know.
Oh, you're fine. So she's momentarily like, what the? Whatever. There's druids everywhere. Somebody's doing this. It didn't come out of her chest, so she doesn't think it's her. And she's gonna hit this guy.
Doing weird stuff again.
People are doing weird stuff. All right. So she's gonna go ahead and hit with the mace.
Cool.
Gross. Ugh. It was a 19 to hit.
That hits him.
Oh, yay. Okay. So, oh, no, stop it. Okay. Okay, so first I do the damage. Which is 10, but it has an additional... Okay, so every time it takes an additional 64 without being attuned, is that right?
Mm-hmm. Yep. That's just that good old radiant damage.
Ooh.
That's because it's just a celestial weapon.
I have to get all the D4s.
6d4.
Yeah.
64.
64!
64!
I don't have that many in this particular space, but I do
I wish I
have...
could share with you, because I do.
Yeah, send the kids to camp.
I mean, I do it in the house, just not in this room. I have a lot.
You're welcome to use D&D Beyond's roller, too. I know you like a physical dad.
Never.
Can't
Okay.
give it this good vibes.
So here's 4 of them.
Go for it.
Let's see. 1, 3, 3, 4. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's 11 and 2 more.
This was the movie Home Alone. I would just lie out d4s as my booby trap.
Oh my gosh, yes. Especially the ones that are the super sharp ones. And that's another 2 4s. So 11 plus 8, so 19.
Cool. Yeah, that looks like it hurt.
19 points of like very bright, radiant like damage.
Yeah. Weirdly enough, it's a little bit like unsettling because it's the same kind of damage that brought Seraphina down in the first place. But yeah, it works. If it works, it works. Okay, anything else from Bula?
That was just one, so she's gonna go again. She's gonna hit him with the same thing. No, she is not. That's a 13 to hit.
Does not hit.
Yeah. She was so blinded by that first, like, radiant attack that
Yeah.
she couldn't see to make the second one, and she missed.
Okay. Nice. Anything else?
Mm-mm.
Okay. It is the High Arcanist's turn, so she's going to use half her movement to get up from prone, and she's going to be very careful not to accidentally fall in the fire, the wall of fire that just sprung up in front of her. Take away her prone condition. She is going to... Can she, Seraphina, does it have any stipulations about whether or not she can see through the wall of fire?
It says
does it
the
cut her
wall
visibility?
is opaque,
Opaque. Okay, so that means she cannot see through it.
and it's 20 feet high and 1 foot.
Okay. Okay, got it. So she is going to pace alongside it, but she only has half her movement now since y'all knocked her down. So she doesn't even have enough to really pop up over that wall to blast off a spell either. So she's just going to... You can hear her casting some sort of spell. Not that you guys can necessarily... It doesn't seem to have like an immediate effect on any of you in particular.
So if
Suspicious.
she ends... Oh, go ahead.
I just said suspicious.
If she ends her turn on this side of the wall, within 10 feet of the wall, she will take some fire damage.
Really? Interesting.
Yes.
Okay.
That's a hot
is-
wall.
29.
Damage to her?
Yes.
Jeez.
Hot. We love these
Yeah.
spells, Seraphina. You brought some new tricks to the game. You guys are seeing some castings from Seraphina like you have never seen before. Even
Yeah,
with
fair.
her being in this like very fragile state. She's throwing out spells that you've never seen from her.
I imagine
Those
that
You're going to have to
it's
step
hitting
it
her.
up now.
What'd you say?
I was saying, those you're gonna have to step it up now.
Yeah.
I imagine
I'm sorry,
it's
Seraphina,
the
tell me.
fire-
Oh, never
What'd you
mind. There it is. Never mind. Go ahead.
I imagine like as the fire is like kind of like hitting her, it's like the same color as Glitterbell's fire.
Aww.
So
Like, yeah.
cute.
Yeah. That is very cute. It's like little very pastel rainbow fire. Okay. Yeah, beautiful. Okay. She's gonna save her shenanigans for her next turn. Benjakat Adon is up next. He is now a constellation of stars. And you can see, I think, Marwa, you're probably still just staring at him, I would assume.
There may or may not be a little bit of drool.
Is his first name Benjakat? That's an awesome name.
His first name is Benjakat, and his sister's name is Nomaran. I love those names. Thank you. Yeah, so Benjakat is going to, you see the stars, in the form of the archer. The constellation fires off a blast of starlight and makes like a ranged spell attack, essentially, on, our Umber Superior, our Jawbone friend. And he's gonna take a little bit of radiant damage. Not a ton, but big enough. And he's just gonna hang out as stars, because he can. Makes him a little harder to hit. I'm gonna check my tracker. Okay. Okay, next up we got the 3 cultists. So they're starting their turn on that side of the wall of fire, Seraphina. Does that mean the cultists all over here takes some more damage?
It's only when they end their turn, and it has
Got
to
it.
be within 10 feet of the wall, which they're all clear
Cool.
right now.
Yeah, and I think they all just saw that the Hierarchanist got burned, so with this very cute white fire, and they're like, cute, we hate cute.
We're
So they're
evil.
gonna keep, yeah, we're bad. We hate pastels. So they're gonna keep a flying bird. Actually, I should check movement there. They have to end. They can like go near the fire within 10 feet. They just can't like end with 10 feet.
And
Within
their
10
turn,
feet.
yeah.
Okay. It's a little too close. So this third one is just gonna dash, so they can't actually get a spell off. But the other two managed to get sort of behind the wall, so that they can blast off some spells.
The wall is 5 feet, you said?
5 feet tall, yeah.
Okay, so is it like considered
It's like to go
cover?
over it, it'll be it's like half cover. And to get over it, it's gonna be like 10 feet of movement to pass it, as opposed to 5, basically, to like climb over. But yeah, it'll be essentially half cover.
I think this one might be a little too close. It has
He
to
is
be-
a little too close. Yeah, I think so too. So I think if he ends his turn there, I think he just misjudged himself, and I'm gonna allow it. So he'll take that damage for sure. But in the meantime, they're all gonna blast off. Everybody except the third guy are gonna blast off a couple spells. That same radiant ray that you guys have been seeing, that hurts a bit.
No thanks.
And they both don't like the look of Thorgun, so they're really going for Thorgun here.
Way to go, Thorgan. Poor guy.
Stop tanking.
He's gonna tank it up. Luckily though, his AC is pretty high up, but they have a pretty high attack roll. He's gonna take both hits, unfortunately, but let's see what that looks like for him. Okay, he takes a good chunk of radiant damage from them. And already he's really taken some hits for you guys. So he's already starting to look pretty beat up. He doesn't have an incredibly high HP for a giant, but he's taking the hits. Eidos, you're up.
Okay.
Ooh, can I do their firewall damage? For
Yes,
this
please
one?
do that fireball damage for the one. Yes, thank you.
Yay! 20.
20. Okay, cool. Hand do their HP. Okay. Math. Yeah, Eidos, go ahead. That's you.
Okay. Do you think that I could thread the needle between Bula and Thorgan here and hit our friend standing in front of them?
Where are you?
If I get magically spanked in the butt again, I swear.
This ain't gonna be no spanking. Oh well, I'm gonna move my guy here. I think I'm gonna move this way anyway, so let me just do that real fast.
Yeah, if you go ahead and move to get like an angle between, I'm gonna allow it. Yeah, you just have to move a little bit.
Okay. So
You can. This is a table, so you could feasibly hop up on there and like walk across that table.
oh, okay. It probably looks really cool, right?
Oh, for sure.
Okay.
It's always cool to walk across a table.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the only reason I'd actually do it, if it looked cool. If it didn't look cool, I wouldn't do it.
Yeah,
Well,
I don't want to be in this bottle if I don't look cool.
Before the battle
Like
started,
it.
I put cups of wine on the table just so I could kick them aside. Devil may care attitude. Okay. Let's see if I actually measured. I believe I did.
Oh, you wanted to hit 2 of them.
Yeah, that's okay.
You have. Did you use all your movement already? Can you hop down?
Well, I was here, and I think that I can't milk another 5 foot.
Yeah, unfortunately, climbing up.
Okay.
No.
Must be honest. But I'm still gonna. Oh, I'm gonna use my bonus action to use 5 sorcery points to make a 3rd level spell slot, because I am light on spell slots, and I'm gonna pop off a lightning bolt, try to thread it between Thorgan and Bula, hit this. What do we call him?
Jawbone.
Jawbone.
Jawbone, right in the jawbone. So he needs to do a dexterity 17 saving throw.
Okay. Doesn't work. That was a 5 on the die for a 9.
So all right, 8d6. So 8, 10, 19, another. 24 points of lightning damage.
Nice.
All right, that's bonus action, movement, action, and good to go.
Okay, awesome. Marway.
Alrighty. So we're gonna start off by having Eden. Oh, hold on, I need help if I got that one. There we go. To fly up. And we're gonna deliver a lovely cure wounds to our giant tank buddy.
Oh, he could use it.
That's going to be 21 healing.
Nice. It's helpful. I feel like Eden is just like a little, like, tiny little bird on his shoulder. It's a cat.
Like a little tote bean tap on his shoulder blade.
Yep. Like a cat asking for food. Okay.
And I think after that, we're gonna have siege 5, 10, 15. 25, 30. And we'll just have Huthamer start throwing some lightning at Jawbone. Can I get some lightning for a 14?
Just hits.
Does it? Oh my god.
His AC is much lower than hers. However, his HP is insane. Hard to
It's
kill
gonna
something
be
that's half dead.
7. 7 lightning.
7 lightning. It's better than 0.
I'm doing my part.
Okay, anything else for Marway?
No, that's it.
Alright. Bottom of the order, the stone golems are going to move. So the one that scratched its nose stands up first, and then the other follows. They're gonna go on the same initiative. And they don't have any range things, so they might have to use all their movement to move in. Let me measure. Oh yeah, they're just gonna start to close in for their turns. You see these big ol' stone monsters just dum boom dum boom dum boom across the stone floor. As they close in, and these two horrifying looking people face down you all, we're gonna call it a night there and rejoin here next week. So you're darn out of time.
Crazy.
That's what happens when you do a whole round of combat. Okay. Thank you all for playing. That was nuts. I hope you don't die. Thank you all for watching at home. We hope you all have a very, very happy new year. Bring in 2026 the fun way. Do a one-shot like half of us are doing. And we will see you all this time next Monday, 8 Eastern, 7 Central, for a little bit more Dungeons & Dragons. Thanks for watching.
Bye-bye.